I don't know why the mic isn't working though. Oh, look at that. Okay, it was working. My gosh, it was working a few hours ago. I did not touch it at all, and then all of a sudden it decides it doesn't want to anymore. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. What's the point of testing? Well, I'm gonna try to make this smaller. It's happening. Is this not getting smaller? What's going on? Get smaller. It doesn't want to get smaller. Okay. I don't know. I don't have to yell. 100. How about 100? Can you do 100 for me? Can you do 100 for me? Okay, good. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me catch up. Wow. Okay. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know, for some reason, I guess the connection on my mic, it decided it didn't want to anymore, even though it hadn't been touched at all. Okay. Um, whew, okay. No sound, yes, okay. Kima BG, good to see you. Yes, happy Crimson Tuesday. Okay. Yes, Divor had hello Crimson Tuesdayers. Yeah, it was just like I had to just unplug my USB mic and reconnect it. That was it. A2BT21, good to see you. How good is Return to Monkey Island? I'm glad people are enjoying it. I love to see people so excited. This basic question: the mic was plugged in, but I just like unplugged it, replugged. Fine, everything is fine. Artistic Coolest is good to see you. Cosmic Boy 3, happy Crimson Tuesday. Yes, Bill Kuhn. It works better when you plug it in. Yay! Awesome, Jojo. Fantastic. Okay, so that I think. Let me just double check, because sometimes people might have like unfollowed just for a lark. But I promised many months ago, before I even thought that I would ever reach this number, is I said that if I got to 1,000 followers on Twitch, that I would show pictures of me dressed up as a princess when I was like 5 or 6 years old. So awesome, Jojo! Thank you so much for the follow. Now the 1,000 follower promise is going to be unlocked, and even if 5 of you decide to unfollow at this very second, we've already unlocked it. So we're gonna do it. Perfect. I think that's a Julian noise. Okay, Mouse was good to see you. Yes, there was a humming and then a sigh. That was probably me. Oh, Beta Human, good to see you. 5 minutes of silence for old Lizzie. Yeah, that's what that was. Ah, yes, you scared things into working. Okay, fantastic. Jim plays games. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Can't stay long, but glad to catch a bit of the stream. Well, I won't delay then. I will quickly show the 1,000 Twitch follower promise stuff, so that when you need to go, you won't have missed it. That person 122, good to see you. Just a Jeffy, good to see you. Yes, I prepared a little something to show you guys, because I know this was probably more than a year ago. I said, if I reached 1,000 followers on Twitch, I would show these princess pictures. So I'm gonna show the princess pictures like right now. Billiken says OBS can be so picky when it comes to recognizing devices being plugged in. Unplugging, replugging, or closing or restarting OBS I found to be solution 95% of the time. Yeah, I even I had OBS open and I did my sound check and everything, and then I had dinner. So then I came back without anything being touched. Well, I put the computer to sleep because it was kind of blowing hot air at me, and so that could have been what decided to boot the mic potentially. A2BT21. I'll be sad if you're not dressed as Rosella. I was not dressed as Rosella. This was probably before pre-Rosella. Pascal LaRue, good to see you. Thank you for the congrats on the 1K followers. Evil Tentacle, good to see you as well. Okay, so let's do this. I have it prepared. So, of course, I got to fix my captions in every place that they exist. So that's going to be one moment. One little moment. Let me do this. Okay, so pretty princess pictures. So here we go. There we go. So this is the first thing I wanted to show. I have a few things prepared. So when I was a kid, when I was 5, 6 years old, I loved princesses, and I think this was probably even before. This was before even Disney princesses. This was from fairy tales I would read, because I loved fairy tales as a kid. That's the reason why I think I really gravitated toward King's Quest games and Quest for Glory games a bit later on, is because I always loved fairy tales, and so I loved. I also loved the Disney movies. Sleeping Beauty was my favorite. I thought that was. I loved the art so much even as a kid, and it's still my favorite art of the all the Disney era stuff. That golden era of Disney stuff. Yes, eating with. We joked about wanting to also see Dan dressed as a pretty princess, probably more as a pretty transformer. Yes, probably Soundwave with little ribbons in his circuits. Thank you so much. I look like a kid from Sesame Street. So this is, you can see I've got a paper crown. The hooks around my ears are like these earrings my mom made for me. The hooks are, you know those hooks you get in socks? The little plastic hooks. So she kind of did these little earrings for me. Of course, I loved beads like forever. I've always made beaded necklaces even as a kid, and I still do it now. I occasionally wear a beaded plated necklace that I made maybe like last year, and I have a ton of beads, and I want to make I want to use my bead loom. I have like a little bead loom, and I want to do like bead loom pixel art stuff. So I'm still very much into beads. That part hasn't changed. A lot of things have not changed actually in terms of what I was like in this picture versus what I'm like now and the things I'm interested in. I wanted to show also, for instance, this is the pattern on the blanket, the knitted yellow blanket here, and I've recreated the pattern in pixel art. It's basically pixel art, and I did this today for stream prep, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, I kind of liked the same things a lot, and I haven't changed at all from the stuff I liked when I was a kid. And I'm kind of thinking it'd be really cool to incorporate this design into something in the Crimson Diamond. I could do kind of like edging in a room or something like that. Simon K1176, good to see you. Love your necklace. Thought it was macaroni. I will be showing the next one is going to be a close up of that necklace actually. Bilkin, this reminds me of when I dressed up in long underwear and a white circular hat to pretend to be a white pond from Alice in Wonderland. Aw, that's so sweet. I miss the color temperature of those days, Pascal Leroy says. Is that an accurate term? Very regal? Yeah, they were nice warm photos. It's a very warm room. It's, all like the browns and earth tones in the room, so the reflected light is probably also warm. Yes, Mousimus, my destiny got sealed early. Pixel art. And this cheery, this very, very cheery pattern, I will find some way to incorporate this into my lodge, my Crimson Lodge. Yes. As quotable quote, Bilkun, cross-point stitch is just analog pixel art. Is this true? In fact, that reminds me, I will be showing another, the Dido pixel art that I've been working on. And here's a close-up of that necklace. And I recently have been looking at tourmaline beads. So the necklace on the right-hand side, I have had my eye on in similar types of necklaces. These are tourmaline beads, and tourmaline is like a gemstone, semi-precious gemstone. It comes in an array of very vibrant colors, some of the most vibrant being pinks and greens and blues. And you can kind of see, when I looked at this photo when I was doing the stream prep, I realized how similar this necklace that I'm looking at to buy eventually, or these beads to make into a necklace, how closely they resemble the necklace from when I was 6 years old. Aw, HBT21, my mom sewed me a Star Trek TNG uniform as a kid for Halloween. Kids in costumes are adorable. So yeah, I just wanted to show the stuff I gravitate toward has not changed. Colorful beads, brightly colored beads. Yeah, let's show the original picture again. And here we go. So there were two in there. And I would like to like dress up as a princess, and so me as a princess was in blue overalls and a blue turtleneck, and having like a cape around my shoulders and a crown on my head, and kind of these cute little earrings my mom made me, with some kind of like beaded necklace. That these things have pretty much stayed consistent through my entire life. Pascal, those are some unique colors on those beads. Yes. Well, the plastic ones are, they're just brightly colored, translucent plastic. But yeah, the necklace like these tourmaline beads, they can come in vibrant green colors as well, and up until black. So the range of colors you can get in tourmaline beads is extremely wide. And so eventually I would love to make myself buy some beautiful tourmaline beads, string them as a necklace, wear them on stream, and just enjoy them overall, and kind of relive my 6-year-old self, and have that nice memory of this is the adult and sophisticated version of those beads. And yeah, here again is this knitted blanket. I don't even know who made this blanket. I have to ask my mom. I forgot to ask my mom who knitted this blanket. But after looking at it for a little bit, I managed to recreate it in the pixel art form. And yes, I'm gonna definitely incorporate this somewhere in my game for that little 6-year-old me touch. Yes, check out the wallpaper on the couch straight out of Stranger Things. Yes, so yeah, I think my parents' house has not really changed in decorations since the 70s. So this is probably the wallpaper they put up in like the late 70s, early 80s. And the couch, all that stuff is still the same in the house. So the same couch, the same wallpaper, the same paint, like little, they're not really paintings, but pictures in the back there. Yes, it's super like early 80s. So that also has not changed. Things do not change often for me, which has been a great comfort as I was growing up. It was nice. Like my parents never moved. It was the first house they ever bought. It was new when they bought it and moved in, and we grew up in that house. And my mom still has that house, and it's amazingly comforting. And when I'm in the house, I feel like I'm 6 years old again. The place looks pretty much the same. It's a great quality couch. Yeah, I've noticed because I've noticed other couches not even lasting 5 years before they get all sunken in the middle and stuff and pitted, and I don't know if that has to do with they don't make it like they used to anymore, or is it just, I don't know, like maybe it could even be as simple as, well, we're not like very big people, so maybe that helps the couches last longer. Who knows? That could be a thing. But yes, the couch has lasted wonderfully well all through these years. I love, and I love wallpaper. So you can see I have a lot of wallpaper in the Crimson Lodge, Crimson Diamonds of Crimson Lodge, because yeah, I love wallpaper. I love beaded necklaces. I love like pixely art knit kind of patterns. So my game is really, so much of me is in it, and so I'm happy and excited to be able to share that with other people. Yes, if this were an EGA game, Julia would comment on the wallpaper for sure. Yeah, I love warm colors. I love this geometric wallpaper. I love wallpaper so much. I'm sad that it's not as in right now, because it's so gorgeous. I know it's a little bit intimidating to pick something out, but yeah, I've enjoyed it forever. Arabella, be awesome. We could somehow have little Julia as a character in the Crimson Tide. Aw. Go Mansama, good to see you. Yes. Yes, the whole can of worms, producing things to only last for a certain time, so that you will need to buy more in the future. Yes, we can thank capitalism. Yeah, my mom still has the same electric beater, like the the things with like the spindles that you can like whip stuff with, like those electric beaters. She has the same one she bought originally in the 70s, and it works great. It's totally fine. And yes, Goemon Sama. So this was my 1,000 Twitch follower promise. I said I would share these photos of me as a princess, dressed up. And so I wanted to share that. And thank everybody so much for making Twitch be this wonderful, like, weekly thing we do together. And we get a little bit of work done occasionally. But it's mostly a social outlet. It's wonderful I've gotten a chance to kind of connect with so many other Twitch streamers. That's been super rewarding. That's something I never really considered as a part of this experience. So thank you so much for watching me, these past, I don't know, I guess 2 and almost 3 years, would it be 3 years in March already? I don't know, I guess. But yeah, about 2.5 years. Thank you so much for following and for supporting me. Um, it's been mostly a great social outlet. It's also it's great because I never really was on Twitch before, but now I watch other people, and it's great to see other games and other gamers and streamers. And also, yeah, I mean, I do get a little bit of money coming in from your support here as well, and that is, I can't even, I can't overstate how helpful that is for me, especially because just since this past summer, I've kind of leveled off on my contract work, and I've been focusing on Crimson Diamond stuff because I really want to finish the game. I want to launch the game early next year, and while I love doing the contract stuff and I've learned so much so far, I'm excited to finish the game. But what that means is, yeah, I'm not making as much money as it was before, really, from doing contract stuff. Hopefully, this investment in my time will pay off. Fingers crossed. But yeah, the bit of money coming in from Twitch and from Patreon um, super helpful. And so that's another aspect of Twitch that I don't want to discount, because that is an important thing for me as well. But most importantly is having you guys here every week and being such wonderful people to hang out with and share knowledge. And I've learned about different games. Starting the Let's Plays for the EGA stuff has been super like educational, and I'm getting to play old adventure games that I've maybe played a little bit of or never even tried before. And having that time every week, if I didn't make the time like that every week, I wouldn't do it, and it just would be something that an experience I would miss out on. Pascal Leroux, you had a similar looking couch. Only the back was deep red burgundy with a flower pattern on the cushions, using black, gold, and red for the pattern. L-shaped with a carousel for liquor at the joint. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Beta human. The only thing that changes when you're revisiting your childhood home is that you don't fit very comfortably in the narrow spaces that you used to, if at all. I can't say that I've grown very much. Well, I mean, I'm definitely a little bit bigger than when I was 6, but not so much bigger as that would make that much of a difference to me. Yes, the backyard is a lot smaller, Bilko, and that is a good point. It can feel smaller. Dr. McKiller, good to see you. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you look forward to every Tuesday, and you mostly just listen and lurk in the background. And that's another thing. Thank you so much. The people in chat are wonderful. Lurkers are also wonderful. I lurk my fair share. So definitely, if you are more comfortable lurking, please continue to lurk. It's wonderful to have everyone here, and in whatever capacity that you'd like to participate. HRBT21 asks, are you planning to launch Crimson Diamond on Mac as well as Windows? Absolutely. And that is thanks to Edenwaith, who is in chat right now, who is so generously given his time to port the Crimson Diamond demo to Mac, and he's promised to help me with the Mac port for the final game as well, so that will be a thing. New Macs don't boot into Windows anymore. Ah! And that person 122, thank you for being here in your streams. They've inspired me on my own projects countless times, and that's also another unintended but extremely welcome consequence to streaming, is when I hear people say that they get inspired to do some work while they're working alongside what I'm doing, making games, making art, anything like that. That there's no better thing to say to me to cheer me up is to say that it's causing you to make stuff, because making stuff is the best. And Mouse Miss, yes, thank you. You always, I just appreciate Mouse Miss so much as well. Super helpful and wonderful presence. And A2BT21, you have no clue how easy it is to release a Mac version of an AGS game? I don't know. You'd have to ask Edenwaith, actually. Ooh, Simon K1176 says, you should check out the Scholastic Microzine games. The colors are so neat. So I'm actually going to write that down. So, in my book. So thank you, everyone, one and all. We will move on to work shortly. really, really shortly. So let's see, Scholastic Micro Games. Scholastic Micro Games. Alright. Oh my gosh, Evil Tentacle says, I started doing pixel art all thanks to this stream. Yay! Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. That's amazing. I'm so happy. But yeah, so one last look at these. I mean, of course, if anyone pops in later on and asks to see these, of course, I will definitely show them again. And it is so much fun. Evil Tentacle, it is so much fun. I'm so glad. So I'm gonna just go through these again. So here's me. This is me. I think this is 6-year-old me dressed as a princess. And then here is that beautiful floral pattern that's on the edging of this knitted blanket, this handmade blanket. I'm not sure who made it, but I will be incorporating this into Crimson Diamond in the future. And then these are the gorgeous tourmaline beads on the right hand side that I will eventually buy myself, maybe as a Christmas present or birthday present to myself. That is going to keep close to my heart that 6-year-old love of beads. It really has never gone away, and I still continue to make stuff, like make jewelry, do beading and things like that. So that'll be something. And when I do eventually get these beads and make the necklace, I will definitely show you guys what that looks like. But thank you again one more time. I probably will continue to thank you guys throughout the stream. Of course, I owe Dan plenty of Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke. I forget which one he drinks, but some kind of Diet Cola. I owe Dan a bunch of it because it was his idea to start streaming in the first place. And it's been wonderful. And it's because of you guys it's been wonderful. So thank you again. So let's move on to Big Julia again. Oh yeah, so another thing I wanted to show, speaking of cross stitching, is it's getting keyed out. Hold on, let me turn off let me deactivate the filters. Okay. So this is my current project right now. This is my Dido cross stitch. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I should show that as well. Filters. Okay. Okay. That's something else I will show if I can find it. Oh, there's the Dido. Okay, Dido is here. Okay, yeah. So this piece I'm holding is, this is the work in progress of this Dido piece that is in the game now. My mom is making a gorgeous patchwork quilt of this Dido piece that I'm holding in my hands. Hers is going to be considerably bigger. It's going to be bigger than this Nancy you see back here, which is kind of exciting. So she's currently hard at work on that. This was her suggestion, by the way. This is not something I'm forcing her to do. She wanted to make a Dido piece because Dido was our last cat that we had in the house, and she loved that cat. And so she wanted to give a tribute to Dido. So there will be an in-game tribute to Dido in the final version of the Crimson Diamond, and whenever I manage to release an updated version of the demo, Dido will be in this bedroom, in that picture here in the upper right. So that's that. Okay. Oh good, Blaholtzen, you've recently got back to working on your own game as well? Oh good, Pascal LaRue says, watching these preliminary streams has got me more interested in geology, specifically stone hunting and cutting. I watched a few videos on the subject matter as a result. Might be something I'll look into in the future. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to just do a quick introduction of myself. I'm going to show the trailer and then do a developer's update, and then we will get into some pixel art. So welcome to Crimson Tuesday. This happens most Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, and I am Julia Minamata. I'm making the Crimson Diamond, and it is a mystery adventure game that is inspired very much by by adventure games from the late 80s and early 90s, but I'm designing it with hopes that it can, this style of game, which we really haven't seen so much in the 2020s. I'm hoping that I can kind of bring this style of game to more people, because this is my absolute favorite format for adventure games, is text parser adventure games. And if you're not sure what a text parser is, I will show the trailer and you'll get an idea of what the gameplay is like. Basically, you're typing commands from your keyboard and you get to open doors and ask people about things, and it feels, text parser feels like a magical open-ended input, and that's what I love about it. So I'm going to show the trailer really quickly to give you that idea. Everything is by me except for the music. Just last week, actually, we had Return of the Dan. Dan Polakar is the musician on the Crimson Diamond, and he is making music to match the visuals of this game. So the game's graphics, the resolution that it's at 320 by 200 pixels, low resolution, 16 color EGA palette. It looks like an older game. It's actually going to sound like an older game too, thanks to Dan. Dan is using a Roland MT32. It's an old music synth from back in the day to compose the music. We didn't do any composing last week because Dan came back for the first time since actually May. I had thought it was June, but it was actually May. And so he had a lot of things to talk about and show us, and it was wonderful to have him back. And hopefully next week we'll get back to work on some music. But everything else has been me, which has been a very educational experience, and I recommend it to anybody who is even somewhat interested in making your own games. And don't let any lack of expertise in any department stop you or discourage you. You know, if you feel like you can't make the art, low resolution art is very forgiving, and as long as it conveys the idea that you're trying to convey, then the art is good art. I approach art from a functional perspective. If the player can see where they can exit on the screen and what the points of interest are, then that's pretty much what you need to focus on. If you're not a good programmer, don't let that stop you either. When I started making the Crimson Diamond, I knew almost nothing about programming. I'm using Adventure Game Studio, which if you want to make an adventure game, I highly recommend, because it has everything you'd need. Kind of is baked in, including a text parser, which doesn't really get used that often, but like a load and save game function, the basic setup of everything. There are lots of YouTube tutorials, and there's an active Adventure Game Studio forum community. So, and also if Adventure Game Studio and that genre is not your thing, there are plenty of other engines that are so much easier to use than they were back in the day. And just learn as you go, and you'll pick up what you need to and if you have any questions, there's plenty of people to ask and who would be super helpful. So that's my plug for more creativity and more people making things, because it's a rewarding pursuit. No matter if you finish anything at all ever. If you never finish anything, that's fine. Just if you enjoy doing it, it's the process that is where all that rewarding stuff is. Yes, trailer. Okay, so we're gonna do the trailer. Arabella. Of course, every time I introduce myself, Arabella, because I never know who's watching, who's new to stream, because I never want to be a person who just assumes that people will know about what I do, you know, because I feel like as many people, you know, who come here and who know what I do, there's like, you know, who knows, 100,000 times more people who don't. And not all of those people would want to know, but I'm sure there's a fair few number of people who don't know about my game yet who might love it. And so that's why I continue to just introduce myself and try to share out as much as possible, and, you know, go do podcasts and do interviews and videos and everything. Basically, if you're some kind of person in adventure game community or gaming or anything, I try my hardest to show up and to contribute and participate in stuff, because you just never know when someone's going to see your thing for the first time. There's so many people out there, which is a good thing. It's a good thing that there's so many people. Halton said, "It's true. I am an idiot, and I figured out some pretty cool stuff in AGS." Yes. Jim Plays Games says there's lots of options for visual scripting and other engines if you don't want to do programming. Yes, absolutely. And there are more, like every year there's more. Arabello says, "My problem is quite the opposite. I can program but know nothing about art." I feel like I should one day do a tutorial for people who feel like they can't do art, because I want to show, like, it's very intimidating, and I totally understand that. But if you approach it from a different context instead of expectations, I think that would be really freeing. And even if you decide one day you want to replace all your assets with some somebody contracted to do the assets, then you know exactly what you need, and that's going to make you a better client to work with, and more appreciative of the work that artists do. So even if you feel like you don't know how to do art, it's sometimes really good to just get that experience of what that means, and knowing how graphics plug into a game will make it easier for you to tell another artist what you would want, and how you need those things to be delivered to you. So it's a super educational experience. Disaster Squad, exactly. Speak of the devil, honestly. You're a perfect example. Disaster Squad says, you're not trying too hard on my game's art to make them look distinctly my own. Never be discouraged by subpar art. Now, Disaster Squad, I don't know if you were here a little bit earlier, but I was saying how I approach art from a very functional perspective. I went to college for art, and we really focused on, does this art convey these ideas, right? So you have a set of requirements. So these are the ideas I need to convey. If my art conveys those ideas clearly, then it is successful. And I love the fact, so Disaster Squad, if you want to drop links for your Steam pages, for your games, I know you're working on your Cursed 3. If you want to drop links, you're the perfect example. You're like, this is what I do, this is my art, and this is how I'm going to deliver it, and it's just totally 100% original and your own. And I think it's rare that people don't let it discourage them, which is why I try to encourage people as much as possible. Even if they feel like, oh, my art's really not that great, don't even worry about it. If your game is good and your art is clear, then that, I think, will draw people no matter what. Jim Plays Games would love a tutorial like that. I will have to think about it. I would have to think about exactly how I want to format that. Because even something like, for instance, I know I'm really like I need to get into the work, but even something as funny as, like, Phil Fortier did Snail Track, and Snail Track is a wonderful series of these short little bite-sized parser adventure games, graphical adventure parser games, and I think I want to say I think I heard him discuss or mention that he didn't really feel that good about, like, the animation of walk cycles and stuff, so making the characters snails was, like, much easier to do. So there's always a solution. I don't want to put words in his mouth, and if anyone knows that is totally wrong, please correct me. But that's an example. There are plenty of examples of, if you think that you're really wouldn't be that good at animating, there are ways around that. Like something like Inspector Waffles, which is an adventure game that is released and is a great game. There's not actually a lot of animation in it. A lot of it is like you're standing in a room and there are hotspots, stuff like that. Oh, good, thank you, Disaster Squad. Yes, video is perfect. Yes, Mr. Gel, there's an awesome parser on Snail Track. Yes, exactly. Snail Track is rock solid graphics, puzzles, writing, everything, and with snails. So the snails have animation, so they move around the environment. But yeah, walk cycles are hard. My walk cycles aren't actually that great, and I should fix them eventually, and I probably will tweak some. But I'm like, that's good enough for now. So even I go into that. That conveys walking somewhat. It's I'm not gonna labor over it until I feel like I've got extra time. Beta Human says there's something very inspirational about watching non-programmers build adventure games, but it's probably a good thing that this is an art-only stream, because some of the code I've seen makes me want to rush in and go into teaching mode. I used to teach digital media designers how to program, very satisfying. Yeah, I don't often show, like, the programming that I've done in Adventure Game Studio, because I know it's a mess, but it works, but it's not efficient. It just I'm a little self-conscious about showing it, but yeah, I totally get it. I totally understand where you're coming from with that. Yes, that's good enough, BMD nerds. That's the game dev motto. Okay, so let's do the trailer. So the trailer goes out, of course, to Judith Butler's lover, who hopefully will one day come back to us. So throwing that out to you regulars, and let's put that trailer on and do a developer update after the trailer, and then get into work. Because my gosh, it's 8:40 and we haven't started anything at all. But like I said, that's not why we're here. Okay, here we go.
Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS.
Okie dokie. So there's that. To go on someone. Now I'm really paying attention to the wallpaper. Even this room that's back there has wallpaper in it. You know. Ace, good to see you. Arabella says, I've been thinking about creating an adventure game in which the characters are simple geometric forms, totally abstract but with a great story. Yeah, there's so many solutions. I mean, you could do the Shadowgate version of an adventure game where it's a first-person perspective, so you can do some art and not have to worry really about like animating like a body moving through space. You don't have to do that. Totally, yeah. There's so many solutions to the problem of, well, I don't really feel that good at art or animation. Simon K1176 got a Poirot vibe. Yes, definitely. I'm very much inspired by all that great mystery stuff. Disaster Squad says, character and creature art and animation is my bag. I always stumble when it comes to just backgrounds. Yeah, it's kind of funny how we all have our own little things. Like, for me, yeah, like, I don't think my animation is particularly good, but it's good enough, because that's another thing. If you're working at a low resolution, the eye kind of helps fill in where you're not exactly being realistic. Dev update. So, I am, oh yeah, so, I think I mentioned this before. In fact, let me just quickly go back to this. I might sneeze again. Hold on. I was having hay fever the other time. Am I gonna need to mute the mic? Am I gonna sneeze again? No, it's just like a low level tingle in the nose. It doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. Okay. So Speedy Adventures is a speedrunning adventure game speedrunning community. There is, I think, SA? SA. Oh, A says, I'm creating character references in 3D, but it's for a webcomic that I want to post. Yeah, absolutely. That's another thing you can do. In terms of, workarounds for stuff that you're not that comfortable with, yeah, you can, like, if you can model in 3D, or even just build models, like physical models, that can help so much with, like, lighting, and you can take photos of stuff and then just trace it. Yeah, lots of abilities. Thomas was alone, but an adventure game with deeper story. Just a Jeffy. Oh, did I miss something? Okay. Yeah. So anyway, there's Nightbot has a link to Speedy Adventures Discord community. There's a thread called Short Challenges, and the Crimson Diamond demo is their short challenge for the month of September, and it's been really cool because having people speed run through the demo, it's like getting a lot of really keen playtesters, and the feedback has been really good and super helpful. And so I actually spent I think 2 days, possibly 2.5 days, just fixing some things. So not working on the content for chapter 5, but fixing some stuff that I should have fixed ages ago. But when you start repetitively doing stuff like speedrunners do, then you realize when I was starting to do some speedrunning, I did some speedrunning the past couple streams. You realize there are some things that are just kind of don't make the experience as smoothly flowing as I would like. Stuff like before, when you would adjust the volume and the speed settings and then you quit out of the game and then relaunch the game, all those settings were reset to their defaults, and so I fixed that. So it's not in the current demo that's available, but in the next version and my current working version, all the speed and volume stuff is now fixed so that it will be saved. It creates like a little log file that then the game reads that log file the next time you launch the game, and so those settings you don't need to change them every single time you play, which I did find not, I found inconvenient, and I knew I'd eventually have to fix it. And when the speedrunners were going through and they said, yeah, this is something, the speed thing, the speed slider thing, inconsistent, fixing it felt extremely satisfying. Also, there's another thing that was mentioned about having the parser UI, just pressing the escape button to clear out of that. That's something I wanted, but every time before, I kind of disabled that because whenever you press the escape button, it would shut off the parser UI and then immediately bring up the main menu for like sloppy coding reasons. So now that is also fixed. But this past, like last night and today, I have been working on Chapter 5, Section 3, and getting an idea of what is going to be involved in terms of finishing out the chapter. And yeah, I feel pretty confident. Hopefully, I can still finish Chapter 5 by the beginning of October. So that's going to be super exciting. Because it does look like a lot of the work I had saved for Section 3 of Chapter 5, I kind of did put into Section 2. So that's good. So super encouraging. Oh, Noseberg, yes, the Speedy Adventures. Artistic Coolisi says, if I ever made an adventure game, I'd want to do one something like Maniac Mansion Day of the Tentacle style game where you play 3 characters and depending on what they do or say would affect the story, maybe even multiple ways to solve puzzles. If I made a game at all, it would either be an adventure game or a JRPG. It would be really cool to make, yeah, like a tag team style adventure game. I eventually might want to try that too, but it seems really complicated. But yes, those ones are super fun. And JRPGs, yeah, there's like RPG Maker is one of those. And speaking of engines that really make the job of making the game much easier, that is one that I've heard of that does a good job. Yes, Beta Human, yes. Really, yeah, it's been really encouraging progress. Yeah, ever since, yeah, I've been really focusing on the game more because I do wanna launch it. I'm really excited to do that. Chapter 5 is getting there. Is progressing well. It is progressing very well. So that's that. We are going to move on. To. Oh, I gotta start the music back up. We are gonna get back into what we were doing, and then later on. So like, look, checking the time. My goodness, it's almost 9. I would say maybe at around 10:30 or so, we will go back to Rise of the Dragon EGA and just wrap it up. We did finish it last art stream. We got an ending. We did not save Karyn though, our girlfriend, and so I'm actually gonna restore the game and save Karyn and finish out the game and see that the more positive ending, hopefully. And that will bring us to the end of our series of Rise of the Dragon Let's Plays. But don't fear, I have actually a couple options. Well, one that's pretty short that I think I might be even able to squeeze in tonight, depending on how long Rise of the Dragon takes, because I don't anticipate Rise of the Dragon will take very long tonight. That'll be something I think pretty quick. And then after that, I've got something I'm really excited to play with you guys, but I might have to save that. I'm probably going to have to save that until next stream. Dave, I love when people say that, yes, I got an ending. Yes, got an ending. Oh my goodness, Beta Human, you're sitting on 15,000 channel points. Yikes. I don't have very many channel redemptions. There's show a book and show a cat card, I think, and show old artwork. So there's some of that hanging around. If you do want to make any channel redemptions, I really need to fix Twitch and give more options for channel point redemptions. Okie dokie. So let us move. Oh great. So I'm glad I gotta fix this. Okay. Let's move into this. Let's move into our Oh wow, Blahotson, you have 40,000 channel points. My gosh. But human, should I go for 20k? Yeah, why not? I gotta add some stuff to that. Twitch is great. I don't use it as much as I should though. There's a lot of stuff like the follower emojis and the animated emojis are stuff I hadn't touched for months. I don't even know when they introduced those things, but I gotta get on top of stuff better. Oh my god. Dave War 48k channel points. Cosmic Void 3 68k. Oh, Bill Kuhn 81k. Oh my god. Dave War, I'm so close to Grinderson's push-up channel point reward. Yeah, I don't anticipate I'll be including any push-up channel point rewards. You guys, I gotta think of something. You guys are messing up the channel point economy here. Alright, so let's move back into this. So we have this photo reference, very, very helpful photo reference that was provided by an anonymous benefactor. And you can see that this is a stunning rendition of a fish. It's a stuffed fish, and it's like a fabric stuffed fish with an extremely realistic pattern on it. Oh my, Evil Tentacle 46k. Mouse Miss 100 plus k. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me write that. I gotta write this down. I gotta write down. Oh my gosh. So next week for channel prep. So stream prep. Channel point. Channel point rewards. Oh dear. Lady Human says, I want to mention that I in no way thought I was in the lead. Bumblebee back, good to see you, yay! Let us make you really strong. Yeah, just make the push-ups really expensive. You know what? I do push-ups like every day for free myself. I'm not gonna charge excessively. Besides, I only have one camera, and I'm not moving it. Bumblebee back, good to see you. Yes, you wish. Yeah, Mouse must say. Yeah, I wish the bits could be cashed in for other things. I don't think they can be, unfortunately. Yes, together we will make Julia so buff. No, like I said, I do push-ups every day on my own, pretty much. So, I don't need any more on top of that. Yeah, I don't see myself having any of the exercise rewards that Francisco has. But there's some stuff that are pretty common for other channels to have, like oh my goodness. Hold on, let me just quickly check that. Oh yeah, that's Akatsu Kirex. Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, I don't have my notifications on my Photoshop, so whenever I hear the magical chimes, I need to task out. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And also, it's warm enough in here already, like with this light in my face. I'm super warm. That's why I wear like sleeveless stuff pretty much all seasons when I'm streaming, is because I'm just sweating right now. You guys. Okay. Let's get into this. Okay, so this, yeah, super handy to have this photo reference. Let's just duplicate this in case I decide I completely am off the rails here. I like the flex of the thumb in the reference, so I'm going to actually work to get that. Let's actually just paint on top. Beta Human says the channel points are an abstract economy, whereas the bits are a different abstract economy, one based on sweet fiat currency. Yes, yeah. The bits are money, are money representatives. Actual analog to money. And I don't even know what to do with them either. I think they're just money. I don't think I have to do anything with them. If there's anything I can do to improve that, let me know too. Yeah, I don't know enough about any of the stuff that I use. I don't know enough about Patreon. I don't know enough about Twitch. I don't know enough about YouTube. I mean, really anything now that I think about it. I don't know enough about Adventure Game Studio. But yeah, stuff I really need to spend more time on figuring out is this Patreon, and Twitch. Those are the things that I've been neglecting the hardest. Evil Tentacle. I don't think I could stream here in Australia. Summer would be way too hot. Yes. Oh my gosh. It's just. I mean, it's partly the lights, partly like the computer itself is hot. Like, and I have my hand is resting on the monitor here because it's the it's almost like a Cintiq where you're drawing directly on the monitor and the monitor's hot. Um, yeah, it's just warm, warm, warm. Nelson, that's true. I know more about EGA fish than this is true, more than most people. Oh look, this is naturally giving me that extra finger that I need for this, so that's nice. And I also I know a bit more about EGA versions of adventure games that are more commonly VGA or other. So that's another thing I know more about. Fluke, it's good to see you. Yes, gone fishing again. Yes, more fish. We're definitely back into the fish. Beta Human says, speaking of fiat currency, if those of us in Commonwealth nations continue to insist on emblazing our money with ancient artifacts of a foreign country, allow me to nominate the Moai statues of Rapa Nui. I dare you to tell me that wouldn't be awesome. That would be awesome. It's interesting, yeah, because just looking at other people's currencies and what they actually put on them. I know that in Japan they put like poets and authors on there, and I think that's really cool. This actually just come down. I think there should be like moose and stuff on her, like down the front even. Oh, that'd be cool. Blaholtzen, those hands are so good, by the way. The hands I have photo reference, as you can see. So another example of you feel like with the art, if you don't feel like you're very good at art, there's so many workarounds. You can just you can take photos. Like Grundislav does rotoscoping for his animation. I mean, these are all like just tricks of the trade, and they're all perfectly legitimate. As long as you're not like just straight up copying other people's work, then yeah, it's totally fine. Beta Human. Alternatively, we could just put a blank silhouette with a question mark inside, like when Captain Crunch went missing. Yeah, you could just put your own picture in there. You just draw whatever you want. You'd think it'd be like a QR code or something. Dave War uses multiple references for like everything in art. Yeah, a reference helps. Like, why not, right? This actually goes down more. Everyone uses reference. Well, not everyone, but like people that you would consider professional artists use reference all the time. There's nothing wrong with it. The Concerned Ape, Pascal LaRue says, just kind of jumped into it. Took his time and eventually released a game from it. He did everything. Yeah, it's just it's not impossible, It just depends on what you're trying to accomplish, and you just chip away at something slowly, And if it's a hobby, then no matter what happens, as long as you enjoy it, then it's all good. So let's see. So I gotta make this actually. So this another thing though, of course, to think about when you're using references is it can be like part of using reference effectively is understanding what you're seeing. So for instance, with this picture, the thumb. Oh, Wow, that's really small. So the thumb here, you need to understand that what's happening behind here is like this connection is happening, right? Where this is the hand behind the thumb and the fish. So if you understand that, then you can make that visual connection better. Disaster Squad asks, do you find yourself looking at your own hands as reference a lot? I do it all the time. Yeah, I mean, there's been plenty of times when, I was working on an illustration and I needed some hand reference. I would just, take pictures of my own hands and use them heavily as inspiration and reference. So this has to come out more, actually. Here. And and it doesn't have to be exact either. That's another thing, is you can get kind of all kind of tangled up in trying to make it look exact, but it doesn't have to. As long as it kind of somewhat reflects reality, then no one's going to be comparing it to the reference photo that you're not going to show people. So I thought evil tend to go, will there be hand modeling by credit and end credit? No, there'll be like special thanks to everyone who was so wonderfully helpful and supportive. So this has to kind of continue to go down, like so. Ooh! Anyway, it says, today I was reading about how someone was testing the hardness of the new iPhone's glass covers. The glass had a hardness for around 6 on the most hardness scale, which I learned about on this stream. Yes. Yes. Wonderful. Yes, the most hardness scale stuff is, I think, is very intriguing. And we actually made mention of it last art stream, where I was talking about this necklace, which I believe is quartz, and quartz being harder than glass will scratch glass. And those types of scratch tests, they're really helpful in identifying rocks in the field. And it's not even just a matter of what's harder than the plate that you're using, because the scratch plates are usually have a hardness of around 6 or 7, I think. And so if the plate does not get scratched, then you've got something harder than that, which would be a quartz or something harder than that, like ruby or emerald or whatever. So that's another way to identify, but it's also the color of the scratch that gets produced by the specimen that also helps in identification. So for instance, something like hematite, hematite often looks like a gray, a glossy metallic black color, but because of the presence of iron in it, if you scratch it on a scratch plate, it actually comes out red. Most things, of course, scratch white, but it can be handy for identification purposes to see the color of that. Yes, fish modeling provided by Floppy's World of Fish. Yes, Disaster Squad, exactly. Legibility and conveyance is more important in games than detail. Yes. Yes. Yes to all that. And yeah, I mean, in terms of like actual like rendering technique and stuff, if you have a very distinctive style, that's your style, right? So who's going to say that, oh, this is not good art? Well, that's my style, and as long as it conveys what I want it to convey, then it's effective. And if it looks different than other people's stuff, then that's what you want. You want something to stand out. This finger, 1, 2, 3. This finger has to come out more. Da, da, da. Goman-san has a mirror set up right in front of your desk. Nice. And Ace recommends books Anatomy for Sculptors and Form of Head and Neck, and the other books in that series are great for drawing and sculpting. I actually really enjoy sculpting. It's a really nice break from from 2D art, because 2D art is my, everyday. Sculpting is really relaxing, um, and it's a wonderful like kind of way to stretch your brain. And I think I actually did I went to a workshop pre COVID. I attended a series of workshops where we got taught how to build like an entire like ceramic bust that I got fired and finished and everything, and I had a blast doing it. And I can't wait to do it again. Um, it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful hobby. Because the thing about 3D art, I'm always going to prefer 2D art. Looking at it and generating it myself, but there's something about 3D art when you're making it with your hands. It just feels like, well, I'm not making stuff up. I'm not inventing stuff. I have to like create something that has real form, which is super appealing. But the magic of 2D art is the fact that you're making a lot of stuff up, and it might not um, exist, or it might not be reproducible in a 3D reality. But that is the magic of 2D. But it's so nice to pull yourself away from that for a bit and just say like, I need to create a thing that exists in real space, and I have to create every angle of that. That's kind of amazing too. Eatingway says, from what I've read just today, it was quartz that has a hardness of around 7, glass is somewhere in the middle of around 4 to 6, talc being lowest at 1, diamond being top end of 10. Yeah, so those scratch plates are made of unglazed porcelain usually, which is pretty hard. So glass will get scratched on scratch plates, and scratch plates have a 6 or 7, I believe, depending on the make of them. Um, but yeah, porcelain is a pretty hard um, surface. Like it's unglazed, of course, though. And yeah, quartz is yeah like 6 or 7. It can vary depending on the composition of it. And then you get up to like rubies and spinels and emeralds and sapphires, and those are all like 9, I think. And corundum is 9, and the diamond is a solid 10. Although I did see on Geology Twitter today that they found some kind of meteorite produced diamond that's harder than other diamonds. I didn't get a chance to read it though. I need to go back. Eating Way says extra info to know about the color of the scratch as well. Yeah, like I said, most things scratch white, but it can really help with identification if you know something particularly has a different scratch color. And if something is harder, like if you try to scratch a diamond on the scratch plate, it can either scratch the plate or like cause the plate to shatter or break. And in that case, it's called streakless or colorless streak. Eating Way, it says, Return to Monkey Island's art has a style, Picasso has a style, Van Gogh has a style, and programmers have their own style called programmers art. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, well, I won't say that all of art is mostly subjective. Um, I would say like it's like 95% subjective. And depending on what kind of art it is, like yeah, if it's a painting, it's like 100% subjective whether you kind of like it or not. Um, but when the art is set for a purpose, like yeah, if it's trying to convey certain amounts of information in it, like yeah, like if you've got a piece of art that's like a poster of all these mushrooms are poisonous to eat and don't eat them, like you want to be able to tell from them um, what which ones specifically are poisonous. And that doesn't have to do necessarily with the realism of the depiction. It has to do with conveying like certain key features of particular mushrooms that you need to watch out for. Um, it's almost the same way that if you've got like a technical manual, having technical illustrations can be easier to read than photographs of the same things, because the technical manual, the illustrations are able to isolate and focus on the salient features, but photographs can't do that. Photographs are like just completely 100% reproducible. So An illustration can in some ways be clearer than photographs when it comes to conveying ideas. Disaster Squad says, I often accidentally make things I want to play or to click on stand out way too much. You might be surprised, Disaster Squad, about, sometimes people have a hard time noticing things, no matter how clear you make them. Now, Flucus says, the fishes and art of the game are really coming together. Thank you. Now, Flucus, whenever I see your name, I think of fish, because I think of like, what are they? Flukes on a fish? Like, I don't know what flukes are, but I think that's fish related. And Blaholson says, yeah, I only had side views of my big dog character, which meant I had to make him only turn around when he was off screen, but today I actually bit the bullet, drew him from enough angles that he could turn around. I do stuff like that all the time, too. Which, okay, I can save myself some time here. I can just, like, fade in and fade out and just have the character be in a different place. Or, yeah, like, have something happen off screen. Like, have them walk off screen and come back, or... There's any number of tricks. And, a lot of times only fellow people who make things will catch you at them. And it's not even like it's something to be ashamed of. It's like, yeah, that was a pretty clever way to kind of work around something you don't want to do. So... I respect that. Because I was just working on a sequence today in chapter 5, section 3, where I'm like, I don't want to draw another car, so I'm not. I'm just gonna have them walk to the car. Say they're walking to the car, and just have them walk off screen, right? I'm not. That means I don't have to draw on the car, so that worked. Yes, Edenwaith. Yes, also sells them pens with different tips for scratch tests, or even finding the different types of rocks for scratch tests. It's bringing up even more ideas of what Nancy might do to put together a new geologist kit. Yeah, so that's a thing, so in the introductory sequence, like, Nancy loses her field kit, so you have to, like, improvise tools. And yes, they do have those pens with the different tips. So she probably would have had something like that in her kit, but no longer. And yeah, there are certain substances that are considered ones you would use. I can't remember what the specific term is, but that have certain specific hardnesses. Like, for instance, talc is a 1, right? So everything scratches talc. And like steel nails, like stainless steel nails have a particular hardness. Glass has a particular hardness. And within, like, there's always going to be a range of what the hardness is based on, if it's pure or if it's got anything in it. So yeah, you can definitely, those pen things are really cool. The scribes, I think they're called. Yes, Beta Human, yeah, throwing pottery, like, on a pottery wheel, super fun. I did that in high school, and I loved it so much. And that's also very relaxing. Oh wow, Dave, USB N64? Control after seeing Highbury post his. Oh my gosh, having real C buttons is so nice. USB is amazing. Yes, Foggage Green, good to see. Yeah, photographs are so difficult in manuals. Even stuff like, things that show, like, medical procedures or stuff where there's a lot of stuff going on and you really need to refine or distill the important bits and just dispense with everything else. Illustration, is just super, 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 super handy in those instances. Yes, example of technical illustration, Goldman Summer, exactly. So this is an example, this fish gutting thing here. So this is showing us exactly what we need to see. We don't have any background here interfering with anything, other non-important details. This is a technical illustration, step-by-step showing how to gut a fish. And it's much clearer than if you had photographs of all this stuff. Very, very good point, Goldman Summer. I hadn't even realized. Dave, are you favorite of those? Is the Fisherman in Peasant's Quest? First of all, I love Peasant's Quest, but I'm not sure what you're referring to. I'm still trying to catch up to chat. Slat Studio, wonderful to see you. Ooh, Foggage Green, you had to do indentation tests in college to determine hardnesses. Nice. So, what were you taking like a mineralogy or geology types of courses? Hmm. And yes, and of course, Slash Studio is currently working on Betrayed Alliance 2, and oh, there's an update for Betrayed Alliance 1 as well. Very nice. Oh, animated off screen, Davor. Gotcha. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it's a fun gag, and yeah, I mean, why not? It can save time. But yeah, sometimes I totally Bloodholton. I get the whole bite the bullet moment. Sometimes where you're like, yeah, I should just do it. It's the good thing to do. Ooh, mechanics, material science for indentation. Indentation tests of different alloys. Ooh, did you have like the scribes, like the pen type things, or how did you have to perform those tests? Yeah, well, yeah, kept having to write really weird code to get around the fact that the dog wouldn't. You couldn't show the dog turning around. Yes, Bilkin. Patient illustrations. I've always used line art since the beginning. Yes, it's just so much clearer. Or even something like for was it Rutgers? Was it Rutgers? I think it was for Rutgers. I did a bunch of like sexual health illustrations. That's an example of something you don't necessarily want photographs of, right? So another aspect of the benefits of having illustration versus photograph. Yes, plots, and I was like, okay, just gotta draw the darn dog from the front. Yes, evil tentacle, it's a good thing. Nancy lost her scribe where she'd go around scratching everything in the mansion. Yes, see, there you go. Let's put in like the little. This is an old man hands, like not this picture, but like in the game, it's old man hands. So I should probably like add more lines and stuff. But right now, I'm just still trying to get something accurate. Exactly. Yeah. Perhaps you try to use the scribes to break open cabinets. The cabinets in the first screen and pick the lock. Yes, Nancy cannot do those things. That's not in her character to break into stuff. Yeah, Disaster Squad making hands look feminine can be tough too. Yeah, I actually find like with faces and hands and stuff, the more lines and detail are in it, the easier they can be to draw because there's more points of reference. Just like with like a face, if it's just too perfect and smooth, it can end up looking like a doll, like not real. Um, so yeah, if you're learning to draw and you want to like practice drawing faces, it can be easier to go to something like National Geographic versus like fashion magazines because the fashion magazine ladies like they get really photoshopped and a lot of like light and shadow gets taken away, a lot of line gets taken away, all that visual information that helps with drawing kind of is scrubbed off. Oh, Foggy Screen, you're doing to show old published artwork. Gotcha. Okay, Foggy Screen says, so for materials science, big old machine that pressed a ballpoint like indenter in your sample. I think it measured the force as it pressed the point into it. I gotcha. Old published artwork with faces. Ooh, okay, let me see what I have. I've got some stuff here. 1 second. What do I have? Old published artwork. I do have some stuff prepared. So let's see what I have brought. Oh, you know what? Yes, I do have old published artwork with faces Foggage Green, so this is perfect. Speaking of, and so this is something I did that had a lot of faces in it, and I was just like, thinking about how long each face would take me and multiplying by 10 or 12 or however many faces there were, and just thinking, this is going to take me so long. Okay, control tab. Big Julia view. Big Julia view. Okay. So I think this might require me to turn off the filter, the chroma key. So let's do that. Okay. So this is perfect. So this this is a copy of Smash magazine. This, I don't know if this is still around. This is it's a tennis revolution. Smash magazine. This is from summer of 08. That would be 2008. I guess it cost $5.99. And so this one, no, well, I didn't draw that. Yes, this is Maria Sharapova. And I did not draw her, but I did do, where is this? Let me find it. Where is picture? I should have, you know what? I really should have put like a bookmark in here for this piece. Oh, 32, page 32. Page 32. Oh, okay. So, I had to do this. So, I don't know how many people are on this. This is like a bunch of different tennis players. And so I kind of had to make them all look like that person. Summer of 08. I believe I spent that playing World of Warcraft. Yeah. So this is the piece, and yeah, I don't know. There's like, oh my gosh, I can't remember their names now. But yeah, you can see there's like there's a Pete Sampras. There's a Nadal. Rafael Nadal. There's a Serena Williams. There's a Steffi Graf. Maria Sharapova. Oh, I forget her name. This one. I forget her name. Then this is Billie Jean King. This is another guy. I can't remember his name. Oh, wait. Is that Steffi Graf? I can't remember. And then there's Bjorn Borg. I did not do the lettering as well, Gomen Sama. Yeah, I did not do that. That was not my thing. And BMD nerd playing an unhealthy amount of Civ 3 in 08. We'll have all this, yes, the shouting faces. So, yeah, I can't. Oh, Chris Everett. That's probably Chris Everett with the bangs here. Yeah. Love all the shouting faces. Thank you. So this was, yeah, this is 2008. Speaking of faces and having to use a lot of reference for this. So that is that. That's Smash Magazine. So thank you for the redemption, Foggage Green. Let's turn back on the chroma key. Oh, yeah, where's my name on this, actually? Hold on. I'm supposed to get a credit. Where's the credit? Aha! Okay. Oh, where'd it go? Okay. See this little tiny type in here? I don't even think the camera... Okay, hold on. Let me just put that closer. Is that gonna do a thing? I don't think it can... No, that's not gonna focus. Anyway, my name is there. I mark my words. Nope. Oh, is Roger Federer on here? Where's Federer? I don't know where Federer is. Federer's not on this. That's Jimmy Connors at the top here. That's Jimmy Connors. But anyway, my name... Okay, so my name in the front. Because my name is there, but it's so small, you can't really see it. Contributing writers. Huh. Anyway, Take my word for it. That was my name in that blur in the gutter. Like that's what that's called, the magazine gutter. The middle part between pages, between the spread. My name was in the gutter, I promise. Okay. Time for a loop, yeah, exactly. Okay, thank you for that. Back on to fishy. Control Alt. Okay, so you should see Photoshop now. Yeah, it's called a gutter. Cause yeah, it's like a gutter, like a bowling alley gutter, I guess. It's like that valley between the two pages. Yes, the Surgeon General has determined that Julie Minamata is. Yeah, it's very tiny, but you know, it's there. I promise. So let's see here. Hands are looking pretty good. There should be another knuckle in here, though. There should be like another knuckle dent some here. Da, da, da. But yeah, you can believe, like, I don't know. I do know, and it pains me to think of what illustrators did for photo reference before the internet. They would go to the library. Like, they would have to go to the library. I could just Google image search all those tennis players. Oh my goodness. Because I heard tell, because my teachers would tell us, you know, how good we have it. Well, they wouldn't say it that way, but, you know, it is better. Yes, yes, definitely. I get the reference. It's just that one's name dragged through the gutter usually means something different. Yes, my name was in the gutter. Yes, Evil Tentacle even had to hire models as well. And also, you couldn't, like, email your work, right? You couldn't even do it digitally. You'd be painting physically on an illustration board in acrylic probably, because you can't use oil, because oil's not going to dry in time. You'd have to use acrylic or watercolor. Then you'd have to get a courier to pick that up for you. No, first of all, you would have to get a transparency shot. Probably on your own dime, you'd have to get a transparency shot, which is basically like a giant slide. The transparency would often be 4x6. And you would get this transparency shot and cost you like a good amount of money, and then you would have the publication send a courier to your house, and they would pick up the transparency, and they would shoot the transparency, and then they would send the transparency back to you or keep it, or I don't know, but it was a whole thing. The process seemed extremely painful and expensive and time consuming. And so when you were working on stuff, you had that much less time to work on it because you had to get it shot. You had to get the transparency shot. Then you had to, get the courier stuff all sorted out. Yes, go on one time. Yeah, and when the layout or design goes all the way to the edges of the page, it's called a bleed. And I cannot tell you how many times I finished a piece and realized that they needed like 1/8 of an inch bleed. And then having to digitally like add that in. And sometimes the piece would be like a silkscreen print, and I'd have to like digitally add it to make it look like the rest of it. So you had to add like the texture of the paper and everything to add that bleed that they'd need, that you forgot about, that I would forget about sometimes. Like right at the end of a job when I was really tired because I hadn't slept. That would happen. Yes, Goldman Sum. I remember making slides of my work in high school and never had to do it again. Yes, I remember doing that for when I would enter these illustration competitions. They used to require you to send slides in, and they cost a pretty penny. So yes, digital is better. My gosh, so many reasons. But digital also like effectively killed off a lot of publications. And they're still trying to figure out how to make money online, right? With like the paywalls and subscriptions and things. It's it's a double-edged sword. Mr. Jail says, I'm so happy I've been digital since '84 art-wise. That just sounds like too much. Yeah, it was a lot. And yeah, I came in at the tail end of that stuff with the slides and things. But thank goodness for the internet. Although, yeah, it really did a number on the publishing business, and I don't think it will ever recover. So, I don't think I graduated at a good time to try to become an editorial illustrator because everything was kind of falling apart. But I tried. I tried to make it work. But hey, if I had if I was able to make a living from doing that stuff, I would not be in front of you folk today, and we would not be having this lovely time together. So, you know, you just never know what the future will bring. Mr. JL says, to quote a character from Blackwell, something legit about being in print, and I'm kind of sad about it too. Even being a bit, even being a bit, oh, being in print, yes. Yeah, being in print was awesome. Absolutely. Yeah, nothing beat going to the newsstand and just picking up a copy or five of something that you've been in. Good times. Good times. Have you had published work, Mr. Joe? Then it's. But hopefully I can make this whole games industry thing work out for me better than that. That's the hope. We will see. We will see. And if you have any work, Mr. Gel, that you'd like to link in chat, please do, because I always love seeing stuff like that. Okay. Feeling pretty good about this hand. Uh-oh, why am I already getting hungry? This shouldn't be happening. It's too early. It's not snack time. Yes, Evil Tentacles says, hopefully Return to Monkey Island brings back a lot of people who forgot about adventure gaming. Yeah, who forgot or are just discovering adventure gaming too. Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, Mr. Gel, awesome. Nothing huge, just some stuff and old PC gamers from back in the day. Stuff's in VFX and similar since. Oh, that's fantastic, Mr. Gel, though. I hope you still have copies of your work. Yeah, that's awesome. I used to have, I used to buy PC Gamer on the regular. Second account, good to see you. Aw. Here, I'll respond with my own fish. Fish greetings. Fish greetings. I loved Computer Gaming World was my favorite. My favorite PC publication. Well, I loved a PC Gamer. I love those demo discs. I've still got a PC Gamer in its foil. Like I opened it, but it's still in. I've still got the foil. It's got like Mr. Pac-Man. Pac-Man, is he a Mister? I got Pac-Man on the foil of it. I still have that. Oh, good. Oh, definitely stuff. Packed bags still with the cover discs and storage. Yay! Awesome. And the thing, I've got like plenty of old print stuff, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? But you can't get rid of it. It's never, you're never gonna, you can't ever get them again once you get rid of them. So you can't. You must keep them forever, Mr. Joe. I think, this has to get meatier on this side. A Slat Studio. Is the fish lying on a table in this scene? That's a very good question. Like that's the thing, we don't see any table, and this is probably is, but our guy is kind of like it's lying. It's like on his knees or something. He's like he's kind of he's got the fish on his knees and he's doing this in a way. That was what I was thinking. Hopefully no one thinks about it too hard. Cause he's camping. He doesn't have tables. Beta Human says after the apocalypse, printed matter will be very valuable since the internet will no longer work. Like new printed matter, or like the printed matter that I'm hoarding since like the 90s? Is that the stuff that's going to be valuable? Well, I got the laser eye surgery on my eyes. I used to wear glasses, but yeah, when the apocalypse comes, and I don't have reliable access to optometrists, I'll be fine. So that was my I mean, not really, but that's a good reason to think about. You can say, well, yeah, I don't need contact lenses anymore, and I don't need glasses anymore, so that's nice. Come apocalypse. Okay, old stuff, of course. There's no new stuff. So they're gonna be the PC Gamer magazines I have on my bookshelf. They're gonna be currency, like the pages or like the whole issues. Yes, it does look like it's suspended in the air, but yeah, it's kind of gonna be kind of across his knees in a way. Well, if old printed matter is going to be currency after the apocalypse, then I feel pretty comfortable. Evil Tentacle says, but I can use the sun's rays through my glasses to start a fire to keep warm. There's a drawback for everything, right? And I suppose I could have like a magnifying glass or something. I could have one of those. I've got my loop, but that probably isn't big enough. But yeah, I mean, I could have a magnifying glass, but it's not like something that would be as vulnerable to getting knocked off my face from the zombie confrontations, and I guess my eyes could get worse, but yeah, I wouldn't need to worry about like changing prescriptions so much. But yeah, there's always flip side to everything. Okay, so either way, it says Fallout teaches us that bottle caps will be a form of currency. Well then, yeah, I'm not going to do that well because I don't have very many of those. Oh, that's true, Beta Human. Not currency, but having a decent collection of old magazines might endear you to the more cultured of the local warlords. The ones that can read, I suppose. Well, I still feel pretty good about that then. And then all of a sudden, drawing will be a much more useful skill because, we won't have the photo processing abilities anymore. So artists maybe will do even better in the apocalypse than we do now, right? Because our skills will be more desirable. I feel like I'm gonna have to extend this arm more or something, or it's just gonna be a vignette. I could just kind of blur this out, kind of, but let me just try to extend this. Yes, Mr. Jalius, gestures and bars with tails stolen from old point and clicks. You can draw your own currency, Falcon says. Yes, illumination is a trade. Yeah, like it would be, well, not even just illumination, but just, if people need a picture of something, right? Then you can do that for them, and they'll have to pay you bottle caps or magazine pages. Or just not hurt you or something, I don't know. You know? As beta human, yep. My only hope in the apocalypse is to become some powerful warlord's favorite jester. Oh, Nikon, good to see you. Is the fish okay? Um, that's actually a deeply philosophical question. Um, because the fish that is depicted here, the reality of it never was alive in the first place because um, it only exists in this context. So I would say that it definitely didn't suffer. It came into being as a fish in this state. Yes, we have some bad news. He'll be fine. No actual fish were harmed in the production of this image. Even this reference photo that I have here that someone generously gave to me, you can see that this is not a real fish. So even the production of this reference photo did not result in actual fish suffering. And although I don't know about this one, this is a set of illustrations on how to gut a fish. Now I don't know where this person got this information from, but it's possible that this person truly did gut a fish. But it was not to directly benefit me. Oh, good. Yeah, he's undergoing some light surgery. In fact, the fish that's depicted here, even if it had a digital life as a real fish in a digital stream, it swallowed a big diamond that probably would have ended up killing it anyway. So this was probably more humane, if we want to think in the context of the actual story. Instead of suffering slowly, he got a swift, merciful death. Yes. Spread the body and remove the entrails. I think that's where we're here, right? Scrape it out. Fish have a kidney along the length of the backbone. Scrape it out with a spoon or your thumbnail. Indeed. Yes. Fish in Asia, yeah. So this fish was actually, this was probably the best thing that could happen to it. Because otherwise, like, the diamond in its belly would have, like, blocked off its... I don't know if fish have intestines, but if fish do, then it would certainly have blocked it. Causing, some sort of horrible constipation, bloating, and, eventual horrible and uncomfortable death. Why is that doing that? Why is that offsetting like that? Don't do that. Okay. Sure, that fish looks pretty happy. I really tried to give it that looks weird. I tried to give him... I might bend this arm more or something. I tried to give him kind of a neutral expression, but I think if he had to choose a way to go, this was not that bad. This looks weird. I might just do a fade out or something. So we'll do some, what do you call it? Dithering. That's what we call it here. Do we have any spare dithers at the moment? Yeah, here's that Twitch stuff. Art. Oh, you're slow. You're very slow indeed. Okay. Art preview. Oh, you know what? Oh, Sailor. Is this my Sailor Moon demake? I could probably grab some screens off of it. Dithering. Yes, yeah, so... Oh, no. So this is a Sailor Moon EGA that I made, but I thought I could get some dithering pattern. You know what? I could get some dithering patterns on it, but that's not going to be enough. Let's see. Woods. Does Woods have? I'm just going to start opening up random files on my computer. Oh no, this is just an animation. Let's see, timeline. Oh, make animation from frames. Oh, that's going way too fast. Okay. So I did do a step-by-step of this forest scene that I made, so let's just kind of go through that. But that's not going to give me any dithering passes. Nope, that's not what I want. Okay, what else? Come on, I'm just trying to grab intro preview. Intro preview? No, that doesn't have any dithering. Watch Julia just sort through her... Oh, room? Sort through her stuff. Room. Room? Room blank. Do these have dithering? This might have dithering. Maybe these have dithering. Yes. Okay, this one is dithering. Sweet. Oh, this one does too. Great. Okay, so... this one has a black dithering. Sweet. Okay. And let's fill all that in. Okay. So. Okay. Yeah, this is what I do. I just cut and paste from other pieces that I've made. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to like start... We're going to do some of this and then actually... then fade it out more. Or something. Maybe. Maybe that looks terrible. Let's see. Something like that. Something that, you know, doesn't look too ominous. I don't know. Does that look too ominous? You can create, Evil Tentacle says, you can create a dithering pattern in Photoshop that you can use the paint bucket to paint in. Useful trick I found. Yes, probably. Probably you can do. That is more efficient than what I'm doing right now. So this piece was... This was the actual original screenshot for the Sailor Moon demake I did. And then I saturated the color. I used some filtering to flatten out the colors. This is what it looked like after I applied the EGA palette to it. And then this is what it looked like after all that. So you can see even after this step, there's a considerable amount of work that is involved. Yes, Evil Tentacle, yeah, that's the thing. It's as long as it works, right? So I might do something like this for the hands. I'm not too concerned about that. I'm just kind of pretty much okay with how that is. I might actually do more vignette effects around this thing. So let's maybe just a dark blue. Let's grab the dark blue from here, from the Sailor Moon piece. Oh, thanks you guys. Yeah, who knows? I'm just gonna play around a little bit with this. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Because maybe this needs a little extra something, and I can dither this out. Um, 9:51. So about half an hour, 40 minutes, we will move into finishing up on Rise of the Dragon. Which might be... We're going to save Karyn and then redo the second arcade sequence. Which is not that bad. It's just as long as you know how to do a certain couple things that you would never really know how to do. If you know those things, then you're fine. This is like a reverse of the other one that I did. No, actually this is the same as the one I did, the vignette idea. Let's see. I'm just playing around with it for now. what if I kind of did this to it or something? And then we took this version, like so, and oops, we added here, and then we scrubbed out more. What if we did that? Kind of like something like kind of rough, something. It's just a rough idea, who knows. Oh, Evil Tentacle, I'm glad that you like how it looks so far, this kind of disembodied hands. Eden Wade says, if I was trying to get my doctorate, I think I'd pursue some method to try and reduce a photo down to reduced color palettes. Imagine it would require a fair amount of machine learning to get it to look decent, since a straight color conversion just doesn't cut it. Yeah, I'm curious about, like those AI, the AI art stuff, how well they can do that. Because some of the stuff they do is pretty neat, and I'm just wondering if they would be able to do like a pixel arty type of reduced palette thing. Because it's, like, I mean, even with you, if anyone would know that it definitely requires, it's not as simple as it looks, let's just put it that way. So and then I could and then maybe add a bit more to the arm here. I mean, I'm sure AI can do just about anything. Like maybe pixel art will be like the thing that it's not that good at. I don't know, because it seems to be able to generate other types of like styles, like more painterly styles. Seems to be doing pretty well at. I don't know. Yes, Maximus, all the EGA pictures you post online will eventually get fed into an AI, so keep them coming. Goman, tell me, like this murky effect, give it a dream-like quality. Yeah, it's just like, I could probably neaten it up or something, but yeah, this is just, still kind of just ideas, Just take off Sailor Moon sailor suit again. Just kind of... Yes, the more content it gets, the better AI will be. Oh, maybe I should post less? Is that what I'm hearing? Beta Human says, I'm not afraid that AI will replace artists. Everyone knows that art is only valuable in proportion to the suffering of the artist. I hope people kind of feel like that human connection is necessary and important. Of course, speaking as an artist, I would hope that. Even if it's something like, like we do with like anything else. I mean, like more humanely raised meat or organic vegetables or fruit or things like that, or responsibly fished sea products, they they might cost a little bit more, but you feel better knowing that you're doing something good potentially. Hopefully, people feel the same about art. Miss Goldman Summit says, yeah, the ethics or lack thereof regarding AI just rubbed me the wrong way 100%. Anyway, says, I'm waiting for the country lyrics where a self-driving car leaves its owner. Yeah, Goldman Summit, that's the thing. I mean, I've been reading a little bit on Twitter, like the threads that people post, and yeah, a lot of it is to do with the fact that those AIs are just scrubbing the internet for whatever images, and they're just you can write a prompt that says something in the style of a particular artist, and so it's like it's not generating art from nothing, really. It's just taking from other people and kind of smushing it together and kind of like sanding off the edges, and that that's awful for artists who make their own stuff. But it's a matter of, yeah, people making that choice, you know, people buying ethical coffee versus, or less non-ethical coffee. Those types of choices, um, hopefully will be like, yeah, that this is what's important and supportive of our society. And if you don't do that, then where do you expect the art to come from? If you're not paying the artist anything, then they're gonna have to do other stuff, right? And then where's the art gonna come from? Yes, Beta Human. I also read that, and that kind of did make me laugh. This is saying that in order for AI to replace anyone, the client would have to know and be able to specify exactly what they want, so we're all safe. Yes, exactly. Well, that's the thing. It's that interpretation, that collaboration and interpretation between a client and an artist can really produce something special. And if it's just an automated process, then where's that magic coming from? So let's move in. I think what I'm going to do is, actually, I forgot to, another one of my references that I wanted to include is like a picture of the fish I had already done, because that's going to help me with making the scales look better. So, where's that? That is under fish guts. It's called fish guts. Oh wait, it's called fish. It's fish only, fish only, fish only. Yes, this is fish only, so this is also what I need to look at. Because this fish, let's flip him and rotate him. This fish is the one that's in the game right now, so I want to just make sure that it's consistent. Yeah, Maximus, that is the big thing. Will AI find magic or just remain a bland blend of everything? Yeah, here's the thing: is that we don't even need AI to make bland blends of everything. Humans do that perfectly fine on their own. So yeah, it's also a matter of, yeah, like having people make that choice to say, yeah, I want to work with a human being artist because they have a certain way they do things that I like, versus I'm going to plug this into an engine, and just wanting to support that person in what they're doing. Hopefully, I don't know. The future will be interesting. So let us work a little bit on making these two fish more resemble each other. So this fish started with having this really nice cobalt blue outline, and I kind of like it. Although I'm gonna try eliminating it and see what I think. There's something about it though that I think is really, and it goes well with this weird outline we just put in. But let's see what happens when we replace that with the other colors that we usually have. Gokun says, I'm picturing the Arnold from Space Quest 3 standing outdoors, painting a landscape like Bob Ross or something. Yeah, Mr. Joe was about to say the same. It married it to the blue vignette nicely. Yeah, I'm just, I put that on a separate layer so I could compare. But I do get that feeling. Where did my layer palette go? Okay. Yeah, the blue I quite like actually, so I think what I'll do is I'll have a version of that that does keep that. In fact, I'll kind of put it around the whole fish. Yeah, you don't have to do exactly the same thing on everything. So this might be a nice way to kind of, yeah, marry it to that weird background that we're kind of still sketching out. Yeah, I quite like that. And then this, I think I'll just also just take some time and clean up the rest of this, because the fish is still a little bit messy, and then I also have to include that entrail bit. Yeah, I think that does work. I think it's a nice little addition. Okay, so the entrail bit, just to get all our visual elements together, this hand has to be gripping properly. So we're gonna have so the hand in this diagram is gripping below the fin stuff, but we're gonna have him gripping above it in this, because otherwise it'll be out of frame, and I don't want it out of frame. So it's a little bit thinner. Okay, and so this is going to pull into gripping in here. Oops. And this, it's kind of really hard to see. These colors are really close together. Okay, we're going to put like so. And maybe the angle not so like that. Let's try that. And then add the fishy bits. This is all pretty rough. Like, we're definitely not going to finish this today, but I feel very encouraged. This is not going to take us forever. Okay. Maybe it should go over this finger. Should it go under all the fingers? Like it would. Hey, Grindislav! Happy Crimson Good Tuesday. So this, I'm trying to figure this out. So, yeah, it would be. It just looks like that wouldn't be he'd be gripping all the way through, wouldn't he? Yeah, he'd be gripping. I don't know why the picture doesn't have him gripping. It's natural to grip it all the way through, not just between your finger. Why would you just grip it between your finger? That doesn't make sense to me, so I might just change it. I think I'll change it. Yes, and Adventure X is on this year, which is kind of amazing. Grindislav. Grindislav. Now, Grindislav is, of course, Mrs. Francisco Gonzalez, who's currently working on Rosewater and currently hard at work working with his voice actors, his awesome SAG actor voice actors, which is very exciting, and will be at Adventure X is it November? October, November. And Adventure X is going to be on for the first time in person since, I guess, COVID started. Grindislav, are you going to be streaming tomorrow? Because I know last week you were busy with the voice acting stuff. Are you going to be still busy again? Or are you going to do a Wildless Wednesday? Now, Grindislav, it's not a trout, it's a lake herring. Yes, Artistic Coolisi says, assuming I'm seeing this correctly, shouldn't the gills come along with that piece he's pulling out? That's what it looks like. Yes, the gills come along. I need to add that, but I still need to figure out how I'm going to have him grip this thing. Because honestly, it only looks like he's gripping from... I wish I had... yeah, you know what? Actually, this. I've got like this tape measure. It looks like he's only gripping between his thumb and this finger here, which is kind of strange to me. Do people grip like that? I guess if it's too slippery and too... Maybe you kind of grip like that. Maybe it goes under that first finger. This, like, the picture is confusing to me because I'm trying to decide how I want him to grip this. How I would grip... I've never gutted a fish, but to pull that entrail out. I guess it could just be between the thumb and like that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I still need to add the fin stuff. It's not Trout Tuesday, Grindislav. Yeah. Oh, cool. Grindislav is beating audio editing stream tomorrow. I have never seen an audio editing stream. So that's interesting. Please show Grindislav. Oh, yes, Grindislav. The reference pic is this fellow here. That's what we're working with right now. But yeah, I guess like that could work. That hand position could work, and I will be adding the gill part at the bottom. So that's what we're gonna do. So, let's see here. Yes, it's an adorable cat toy. Grindislav, spoilers. Audio editing is boring and repetitive. Well, the perfect thing to do with company, then. Yes, this is a USB powered cat toy. I've been led to believe, Grindislav. So I don't know how what kind of toys your cat's like. But yeah, we're gonna add the fin. I'm actually, for the sake of clarity, I'm actually gonna put them over here, a bit lower than they are in the reference, so that you can really see them. And I also don't really know why they're that color. But I'm not a fisherman. But anyway, wouldn't they be gray or blue in my case? And what percentage are you through the voice recording? Because I feel like you just started, Grindislav. Is it going to be like a months and months and months of doing it? Grindislav says, oh man, they would freak out over a flapping fish. Like, freak out in a good way or freak out in a bad way? Your cats. What kind of... Do they prefer more sedate toys? Are they like New York cats? They prefer like iPhones or something? Okay, you just started with the Grindislav just started with the voice recording. First batch is this week and next week. Next batch will be in October. Woo! Super exciting. You must be one of the. Are you the first, like indie adventure game developer who's using SAG actor voice actors? Because if you so, you could like do so many talks about that. So to tell people about the process and you know your experience with it and recommendations and all that kind of stuff. It'd be awesome. And then there's also like another weird fishy bit here that kind of goes like this. Oh, okay. So yes, so Grinchlow did submit to talk about it to Adventure X, but guess it was too niche. Huh? I think I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm not the one deciding, but I would have thought that would have been really something that people would be super interested in hearing. I'm interested in hearing how that goes and what that involves. Mr. Gel, yes, Union. Yes, but West, yeah, VFX. You wish VFX had a real one as well. Yeah, I think. Where did I hear? I think my friend Ilya said that VFX can unionize if they want to, but they just haven't, at least in Canada. I don't know in what capacity you're involved in VFX. If you're a VFX artist or in industry related. But like, there's some industries that aren't even legally allowed to unionize, like illustrators. I don't know if that's changed since I was an illustrator, but they weren't even allowed to unionize. Maybe next year. Yes, maybe next year, Gwyneth. So after your game is a smash success. And 32-bit kid, so good to see you. Thank you so much for the bits. Fantastic. You know what? Actually, because 32-bit kid, thanks you for the bits, and also I know you've been a wonderful supporter of the channel, and of me in general. I'm going to share with you, yes, the 1,000 follower photos. I promised. I said if I hit 1,000 followers on Twitch, I would show photos of myself as a child dressed as a princess. So we're gonna do that again, because you only hit 1,000 followers on Twitch once. So let's do that. Okay, so show and tell Halloween. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. You haven't heard of computer programmers ever having unions. You didn't wait. One place we worked, the programmers were on salary, so they could have worked 169 hours a week, whereas the designers worked hourly, so they wouldn't work too much due to overtime. Yes. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, in a lot of I think a lot of places would, and a lot of industries would benefit from unionizing. So here, yeah, so 32-bit kid. Anyone else who just came in recently to the stream? This is me as about 6 years old, dressed as a princess, having grown up on fairy tales and loving those. I also, when Sleeping Beauty came out, I loved that one the most. and here I am with my blue overalls on, and my little like plastic sock hooks over my ears with yarn. Like my mom made me little earrings. Yes. And I also like to show the little details about which I still am attached. So this wonderful knitted blanket that has this wonderful pixel art looking tulip border or floral border that I've recreated here in pixel art that I do hope to incorporate into my game. And the love of beaded necklaces. So on the left we have what child me was wearing and enjoying at that time, and these on the right, this beautiful tourmaline necklace that I'm eventually going to buy for myself, or this set of beads. Like, this isn't really a necklace, you can see it's just on a wire, genuine tourmaline. Tourmaline is a gorgeous gemstone, and so yes, I have I have exactly the same like loves of things that I did back when I was a kid. I have really not changed in taste at all or interests. So yes, I am. So thank you so much for all your support, and thank you so much, yeah, for dropping in to stream tonight. Yeah, I never thought I'd hit 1,000 followers on Twitch, but it's been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful experience. So there's that. And yes, people were commenting on the extremely like 70s to 80s decor in this house, and I'm gonna tell you, it has not changed one bit. Like the wallpaper is still there, these pictures are still there, like this couch is still there, everything's in great shape. Oh, Maximus, thank you. You say, Maximus says you make Twitch a better place, and I really appreciate that. Um, it's been such a good thing for so many reasons for me. So you guys are a big part of that, a big part of that. Yes, the Decor 32-bit kid. Yeah, you know, for people of a certain age, like this is what we grew up with, and so it's so nice that everything, like, and some things don't change, right? As evidenced by this decor that is still like this to this day, to, you know, the pixel art, to the necklaces, all that stuff. So it just gets a little bit more refined. But I don't think I've changed much since I was 6. Okay. I'm back to, let's see, Control, Alt, Control. And it's good to get, you know, have a bit of a brain break, eyeball break to come back and look at this again, because I will probably oh, this is not the pen I need. I will probably yeah, start to put in some, you know, some pulling action. I don't know what the guts look like. I'm probably off stream gonna look for more realistic depictions of what this would be, because I need to add some, you know, detail in it. I don't know what guts look like, so I might have to look up fish gut photos this time. So photos are still a benefit, and so I'm just gonna put some of this in just to rough it in. Yes, it's about almost time to rise that dragon. Yes, Bilk, in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes will be a bit of snack time, and then we are going to redo the ending to Rise of the Dragon. We're going to save our Karyn this time. And, you know, I was thinking how wonderful the sentiment is. It is for a loved one to tell them, I would redo the second arcade sequence of Rise of the Dragon to save you. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Ah, the 32-bit kid says, for some reason that picture of you makes me think of you as a royal from one of the islands in the land of the Green Isles. Queen Minamata in her overalls. Yes, exactly. I would have been a very, very good ruler. You can play as many video games as you want. More big boxes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up what guts look like, but I won't subject you guys to that. Well, that's an off-stream activity. Yeah, I would have been like the ruler. Like Alexander would come to my island and he'd talk about Cosima and be like, "You don't even know this little girl. Do you even know what her last name is?" And he'd be like, "No," and I'd say, "I don't know. I don't know. I guess just you can just wander around my island if you want. Don't cause too much trouble." As I sat there in my overalls, I say, "Do you have any beads? Do you have any computer games?" BMD nerd, do any of them have any last names? Oh man, King Graham must have. Is his last name Graham? He's Sir Graham, so does that mean he's got a first name that we don't know about? Yeah, Cedric Owl, that's the first and last name. Yes, I guess Alexander. Yeah, you do you. I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll work out, but Just don't get into any trouble in my island. Yeah, I mean, that's fine, what I've just done, I'm sure. Um, and yeah, there's gonna be a bit of an animation where this hand pulls the gut out and then the diamond falls out. So I'm gonna need to have some reference photos of diamonds, like as they naturally occur. They naturally occur in like an octahedral kind of shape, which is kind of pretty. Daventry, Bill Clinton would be the most logical surname following the change that Prince George and Prince Charlotte did recently. So yes, so Sir Graham, so his name became the last name became Daventry. You think of Daventry of Daventry his last name? De Daventry or something? I'm not actually sure. I mean, someone must know. But I wonder what his full name was before he was a knight or a sir. Yes, De Aventry, School 1. Good to see you. Yes, De Aventry. I think for the rest of the time we're going to just clean up this fish a little bit. Because we're going to need to have the scales kind of look more like this fellow. In fact, from this one, his mouth should be closed off like that. Judging from this fish angle that he's at right now. Someone must know what Graham's last name was before he became king and after he became king. Guybrush has a last name and first name. Roger's got a first and last name. Yeah, BMD nerd. The KQ Wiki says his full name is Graham Cracker, but I am researching further in hopes this isn't true. Bumblebee Bat says, is it me or does the fish guts... Well, guts? You got guts as well. That's awesome. As an emoji. Look like a purple tree branch with baby leaves. Yeah. Yeah, maybe guts do look like tree branches. I don't know. You'd have to ask Roberta Williams. She's the only one who would know about Graham's last name. Oh my gosh. In King's Quest 2, it jokes that Graham's last name is Cracker. Or his last name doesn't fit into PC Junior memory. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it kind of looks like kind of branchy. I mean, when it pulls out of the belly, hopefully it'll read as, something not too branchy like. But yeah, like I will look at some reference of guts and maybe, I can make that look a little bit like more gutsy or whatever. Gutsy. Oh wow, okay, so in King's Quest 2 you could ask the parser what is Graham's last name and it responded simply with Cracker. Oh boy. Eating With gonna make an alternative King's Quest game would be Sir Jack, so Cracker Jack, distant relative of Graham. I wonder if Roberta actually had a name for him, actual name. Last name, and if she did, if she would remember at this point, because it was a long time ago after all. There was this wonderful Art Nouveau style 1901 set of playing cards that I saw on Twitter, and I was thinking how cool it would be to like make a custom playing card deck. And if I was gonna make a custom playing card deck, all the jacks would just be Jack, but he would be doing different things because he's like a jack of all trades. So like one of the jacks he'd be like cooking, one of them he'd be cleaning, one of them he'd be gardening, one of them he'd be driving. I don't know. That just occurred to me, and it amused me to think it. So there, I've shared it with you guys too. Giselle, good to see you. Oh my goodness. Wonderful, wonderful. Bill Queen says Daventry enters the Cracker Dynasty at the end of King's Quest 1. Oh dear. BMD Nerd said that the fairy tale basis of the puzzles in King's Quest 1 really made you seem smart for figuring it out. Yeah, and that's actually a thing that I really liked about the game design. That decision to incorporate fairy tales, because kids can feel like they have some context for the puzzles and what's going on. So I thought that was a really smart choice. Giselle, I'm well. I'm very well. I hope you're well too. How are you? Yeah, just really having a good time in terms of progress and development of Crimson Diamond stuff, because I've been spending more time on it. And yeah, I've been working on Chapter 5, and Chapter 5 is really progressing nicely. So I'm super pleased about it. Oh wow, do you get 2 points for trying to eat the witch's house, but you can't? Oh, BMD Nerd, see, I pushed her in the cauldron because I remember the oven part of the story. Yeah, so that type of thing when kids are playing with their parents or even on their own, I think it was really, really a smart choice that Roberta made to make it that way. Because what else are kids going to know about, you know? Oh no, vertigo. Oh, I hope you're feeling better soon. But yeah, I know the time difference is kind of like extreme, so it's nice to see you. Yes, how long does the vertigo last? Kyle Lutino, good to see you. Kyle Lutino says, "Gosh, your pixels are so wonderful, even when you're drawing a gutted fish." Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just trying to clean up these scales a little bit and update those introductory sequence art pieces that are pretty rough. I wonder if like this edge should also have. Yeah, that actually works. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this color palette. Oh no, Giselle, you got vertigo on the ferry to Canada? Oh no. Aw. How long did it take you to feel the vertigo? Did you, as soon as you get on? Or were you like kind of halfway there and you're like, oh no? Because it's a terrible feeling actually, because there have been times I've been on an airplane and I didn't realize I could, before I realized I needed to take Gravol before getting onto an airplane, I was on a plane and I was just feeling terrible. I think it was like, I don't know what you get in a plane, like, is it motion sickness? I think it might have been motion sickness. And knowing I feel terrible and I can't get off this plane. It must feel the same way when you're on the ferry. So hopefully you didn't feel like that until you were like almost back onto shore. Because I started feeling bad on the plane, I think an hour and a half into the flight, and I still had a few more hours left. And the idea of having to like feel awful with like no way to get out of it for another few hours is just like torture. Oh, when you got off of it, okay, so that makes me feel a little bit better. Because yeah, there's nothing worse than just feeling like I feel really bad. I can't leave. I can't get off this thing. Oh, it's awful. Because it feels like forever. Oh, okay. You're okay on planes, boats, and cars. You get it when you're standing still. Aww. Yeah, even on cars, I have to be a little careful in terms of like reading and stuff like that. On trains, I'm pretty okay though. I don't know why that is. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was not good. it was like chills and like sweating feeling, and actually I got up to like use the washroom because I thought I was gonna throw up or something. And when I got up, I got into the aisle, and I guess standing up suddenly wasn't like the smartest thing either. I ended up like fainting face first into the aisle. And after that, though, I felt like way better. So I think I just needed to get more blood in my head or something. And from that time, I just make sure like when I'm at the gate, I just take a Gravol, and I seem to be fine. So I don't know if that's still what happened, but taking a Gravol is a fairly minor precaution to take. Yes. And yeah, so there was the flight attendant or there was a nurse on board or something, and they gave me like orange juice and all that. But yeah, I did feel like much better. So I feel like if I was starting to feel like that again, I would just know more to like put my head down like between my legs or something. But I've been pretty good since then. Okay, it's 10:33. So let's save this out. Let's save the one to our Google Drive. Yes, save fish guts. Override. Okay. And we are going to move on to Rise of the Dragon. So first, I am going to switch to Big Julia view. I'm going to close out Photoshop. And I'm going to go to Show and Tell Halloween. So I guess you just got here. The most beautiful fish guts you'll ever see. Yes. Thank you. Bill Quinn says you think the fish is gory. What about the two severed hands? So Giselle, you just got here, so I just wanted to mention. So, this was my my promise. Like when I hit 1,000 followers on Twitch, that I would share a couple photos of me dressed as a princess when I was 6 years old. And so here are those photos, so everyone can enjoy the photos while I mute my mic and have my snack. So we're gonna have snack time now, and then we'll get into Rise of the Dragon. Okay. Bill Coon says, I wonder what training flight attendants get to handle people who start freaking out or whatever. Do they have a tranquilizer EpiPen on board for that? I wonder. I wouldn't have minded, but I did feel much better after getting more blood to my head or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself, and I'm gonna go nom nom nom, nom 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 my snack. Well, I'm a made-up princess. I don't think I was any one in particular. Okay, back to mute. Oh, and bye, Dave. Boy, good to see you, of course. And well done on your text parser work. That's good work. Enjoy old mystery shows. Okie dokie. We're gonna move on to the which one is it? Is it this? Okay. We're gonna move on to the Rise of the Dragon portion of the evening. Now, let's see if I can. Oh, I gotta like. Ooh, no! Oh no, no, no! I gotta. Sound's gonna be really loud. Oh my gosh. Okay, gotta turn it down. Okay, there we go. There we go. Good. Okay. Okay, so you're not seeing it, so that's a problem. I gotta do Oh, and thank you for the reminder. Hold on. Oh no. Okay, I'll tap. Tag change. Rise of the Dragon. Thank you for the reminder, Maximus. Every time must be reminded. Okay. But let me find what thing I have to turn on for this, because it wasn't that. It's not. Okay, where is it? It's not this. It's not that. Is this? No, it's not that. Oh, I gotta turn off this other music. Can you hear it at least? Can you hear the amazing music? Which one is it? Rise? This one? Nope. I'm gonna find it at some point. There it is. Okay, great. Can hear? Fantastic. Rescue Karyn! We're gonna rescue Karyn. Kima Meat BG says, I enjoyed your Rise of the Dragon videos on YouTube. Are you done with that game or will you stream it some more? Is Karyn safe? Yes, Kima BG. This is going to be probably my last Rise of the Dragon video. I did get an ending last time, but I did not save Karyn. We're going to go back for Karyn. And there's also just one more thing I wanted to mention. Super quickly, I wanted to mention... Okay. Okay.
There you go, baby.
Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Okay, I just want to... Oh, I can't just...
Have a nice treat.
Thanks, Lou.
I just wanted to restore to a really early version of this game. Because I was brushing my teeth the other day and I realized something. Okay, horse... Okay. Yes. Yeah, it's like, yes, turn off the Canadian Songbook committees. Yeah, so we're gonna be finished with Rise of the Dragon tonight, Kima BG. I do have a couple things in store. They are still EGA, they're still adventure games, so never fear. Yes, and just yes, we're gonna play a bit of this. So I actually realized something kind of interesting. Now, one of the arcade sequences, well, the one we'll be seeing tonight as I replay, there is a special trick that you need to do with a valve to bypass some horrible fire pipes. And I realized this. I remembered in a previous playthrough session that they have foreshadowed that valves can be useful in getting to places, because you can easily lock yourself out of your apartment if you forget to take your ID card. You don't start the game with your ID card. You need to retrieve it from your apartment. Oh, I do have my ID card. Never mind. You can forget it in there, though. Now, there is a valve here that you can turn on. In case you lock yourself out, you can turn this valve and gain access back to your apartment. So, in the arcade sequence, there's a valve in a pipe you can access to help you get through the arcade sequence. And I was just brushing my teeth, and it just randomly jumped into my head that this happens. Ooh, and Kima BG says, I remember one thing about the game. You can go to the reservoir before heading to the final showdown. Well, isn't that interesting? You know what? So we're going to do that. Play. Restore. Okay. So. Okay, so I think, hold on. So let's see about that. Kima BG. Yeah, so exactly. Mousemas, the hint was there. So this is right before going to the final areas. So why don't we go to the reservoir instead of going to Den Huang's? So there's something to happen here? Oh, okay, yeah, so this is something we didn't do. There is a hover car sequence in the game. I guess we're gonna see it now. Fantastic. Okay. So let us save this. Hover car. And yeah, some people speculated that I just happened to miss this or it wasn't included in the EGA version. But apparently this is in the EGA version. Oh, I'm supposed to shoot. I'm supposed to shoot. I'm supposed to shoot. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, look at this. Oh no, I'm getting shot. Oh. Oh my gosh, this is really hard. I think I'm gonna die. How many of those can I take? Your body is riddled with bullets. You collapse on the cold, wet syntho pavement. Yeah, just like Tex Murphy, Bill Coon, I get to fly a hover car. She mentioned in some cutscene radio chatter that they're heading there to prep the water with the drugs. Okay, let's try that again. I'm gonna try that again. I should have just gone to Wally World. Woo, woo, woo. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is great. Thank you so much, Kima BG, because I didn't know about this little section. Uh-oh. This is, yeah, great. So thank you for that. Oh, everyone turns into lizard frog people. Oh, this is, oh wow, that's beautiful. So thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's do that again. Restore. Hover car. Okay, so I'm not gonna just, there, I'm already doing better. I'm already doing better. I'm already doing better. You. Okay, I got everyone. I got, oh, he falls. Oh my god, did you see that? Okay. Okay, so let's, you enter the hover car. Oh, I should have saved it. I should have saved it. Save. Save. I can't save the game. Oh no. Play. Okay. Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh, I don't need to control it? This is the bold future that we all want, don't we? Yeah, I'm a sharpshooter. That didn't go well, probably, but I had a bulletproof vest on. So I can fly this to Den Huang's, is what you're saying. Oh, okay, and this is where the roof comes in. That was awesome. Oh, you know what? Okay, here's something else we can do, actually. I just realized. Because I was told by another person that we can spray that napent stuff into the woman's face. So I want to do that. So I'm gonna, oh no, meanwhile, excuse me. Jim, you love the hover car design. Welcome back. I love a hover car. I love that it was self-driving. And yeah, it was super, like, not crazy looking. I'm gonna restore because I'm gonna no more of that, please. Okay. I'm gonna go back to my house. I'm gonna get the napent because that's something else we did not do. And then I'm gonna go back to the reservoir and we're gonna carjack the hover car again. Super excited. So we are seeing a few things that we wouldn't have seen otherwise. You wish you had a Bandai model of it. It's sleek. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Okay. I've got all these cards now. Okay. I wonder if there's some great, like, amazing Rise of the Dragon fan who actually did, oh, it's not in here. No. Who actually did make a model of it or something. Because someone made an amazing model of Howl's Moving Castle. And this is like as good, right? Okay, see, so there's this, and then there's the napent. So I'm gonna now I'm gonna go steal the hover car. Okay. Actually, let's just no. I'm just gonna save. Okay. Okay. Okay, this one, I'll just get rid of this. So, 2 hover car have napkins. Yeah, you know what, Bill? Can you say rats? I don't get to control the hover car. I am relieved I don't get to control the hover car because that would have been another arcade sequence. I just can't. You can land on. Ooh, you can land at your apartment too. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got to do that. We got to do that as well. Okay. Oh no! Did we lose? Maybe not. Maybe. Okay. Oh crap. Okay, I know where they are now, so it's okay. And I have my first aid kit too. You. Do I run? Oh yeah, I can't run out of ammo. So everyone's dead. Everyone's dead. Okay. So let's just save it here. File. Save. Okay, and actually this one was useless. So this is hover car go home. Yeah, let's see about that because I do want to see other stuff. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's like a flying saucer. Okay. Yeah, I can't do anything on here, which I love. Thank you so much for not making me drive. Okay, so let's go to... Oh, so yeah, like all the... Okay, so can we just land anywhere? Oh my gosh, we can land anywhere. Oh my gosh, we can land anywhere. I love it. Okay, I need to go everywhere. I want to go all the places. Oh, Fractal Mind Mike, good to see you. Thank you so much for the sub. Fantastic. Hello. Yes, Blade's LA hovercar tour is just 2 Fisto bars per passenger, no refunds. I'm gonna go all the places. I want to land my hovercar everywhere. Yeah, so this is Giselle. This is my I got 1,000 Twitch followers just tonight, so that's super. I'm super excited. I'm gonna go everywhere. I can't help myself. This is amazing. Okay. Okay. We're not gonna go City Hall. Where do I land if I go to City Hall? Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Giselle. Yeah. Get that mileage. This is great. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes, thank you. Yeah, 1,001 night Fractal Mind Mike. Yeah, not quite. I think I got 2 new followers tonight, which is awesome. It took me like 2 years to get to 1,000. I think. I don't usually count this stuff, but I did promise it like 2 years ago that I would share princess pictures of myself as a kid. So I made good. Yeah, exactly. Kima BG, a parking lot ticket. Maybe you go in, you come out, and they've got the boot on your car. Oh no, Fractal Mind Mike. No, you sub. You're here like all the. I'll totally show you the princess pictures. But let me land in my house. I want to land at my house. It's just so epic. I can't get enough of it. I want this on a T-shirt. I want the hover car and a T-shirt. Okay, one more place. Blades. Yes. Oh, so this is what these roof screens are for. Exit hover car. Okay. Oh, you're just warming up lunch. Okay. Well, that's true. Kima BG. Good point. The boot wouldn't do much to a flying car. Well, Fractal Mind Mike, when you're finished warming up your lunch and you're ready to see me as a 6-year-old as a princess, let me know and we will do that. Oh wait, I restored the wrong one. This is the real for reals one. To the hovercar half nap. But this would mean actually I'd have to. I just want to spray the woman in the face with the nap pant, and then I'm gonna restore to a. I'm not gonna go through both arcade sequences, and deal with the security system puzzle. I'm not doing that. Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait a second. Oh, okay, 2 hover car, go home. Oh, wait a second. What, did I get the nap end here? I have no memory whatsoever. Okay, I did get the nap end. Back to my mic is yeah, it was pretty cute. And your girls both wanted to be Princess Pirates for Halloween 3 years ago. Princess Pirate. There's nothing more perfect than that. That's lovely. Okay. Yes. Let's go to Dan Huang's. Oh my gosh. See, this is an example of what we were saying, you guys, about how you can just not animate people. This game is in first person, so you don't need to, animate him getting out of the car and like all that stuff. Yeah, so let's just spray her in the face. I want to do this. Ever since, I think, Mikima, it might have even been you who said that you could do this. Ever since I was told that I could do this, I just want to do this. Oh, you can't? Okay, wait, maybe I have to talk to her. Okay. Wait, how do you... Can I do it now? When do I get to? Okay, hold on. No, don't. So Fractal Mind Mike, were your girls, were they Princess Pirates? Did they get to be? Man. Ooh, yeah, maybe Kima BG, that's right. I should arm the guy in the inventory. Alright. Let's do that. I need all the help I can get, you guys. It takes a whole Twitch chat to get through this. Okay. Yes, I gotta arm myself with it. I forgot. Cause yeah, he's got like right now. Oh wait, your guy has he's got his gun. He's just brandishing the big one too. Okay, so if we put this in his hands, yes, that'll do. Okay. So maybe I can just spray her. There we go. See, look. Oh, it's a great little icon there. Look, you can do that. Oh, good. See? Oh. Okay, great. So she doesn't call the security at all? That's great. Oh, that's really good. Oh my gosh, and that's her feet? That's great. Okay. Oh, it's such a pity that I didn't actually do that. Because now do I not have to worry about any of the security happening? Oh wait, this is now cutting off. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Okay. Aw, okay, so, Fractal Mind Mike, the kids, okay. They were pink princess pirates with hats, eye patches, and sabers. Very cute. Oh my goodness. Yeah, beta humor. If the game's in first person, then who's watching the hovercar take off and land? Oh dear. This is very true. Okay, really quick, Fractal Mind Mike. Yeah, I'm gonna... This was the... Oh wait, not this one. This one. Oh, it's actually the same one as, new LP. The new LP is gonna go in the front. Hold on. I had a harder time than I would like to admit trying to find the proper... Is it this one? Yes, okay. Order. Move to the top. Okay. Great. So, princess picture. Here I am. This is my 6-year-old princess pictures. With like a knit blanket as like my cloak. Some fancy plastic beads. and those hooks that you get in socks, so they can be hooked onto a display case. Okay, and Kima BG says the security woman I just nap panted, I sprayed with this stuff. So apparently she eventually comes around. So here, yeah, so that's that. All and the decor in my mom's house is exactly the same. It has not changed. So there's that. I also did I did this. I did a pixel art version of the the pattern on the blanket just today. And here is on the left the plastic beads that I had around my neck, and the grown-up version I will be eventually getting for myself, these tourmaline beads that have very much the same look. Because I'm still the 6-year-old kid inside. I don't think that's ever changed. Yes, it has remained the same, and I will be incorporating this motif into the Crimson Lodge. After having showed you guys this and realizing, just being inspired to do it, it's going to appear in there as a little tribute to me, who has not grown up very much at all since those times. So thank you so much, Fractal Mind Mike, for Fractal Mind Mike is an amazing streamer as well. I should shout out Fractal Mind Mike, amazing streamer. Please check him out. And thank you so much for being here and being so supportive. Moving back to this guy. Oh wow, time is not going. We would have been caught by now. Okay, so I'm not gonna go back and play through all of that again. We're just gonna do the very ending part. And I did just take a quick look the other week to see if I had enough time to do this, and I do. Okay, break room, all these doors, restore. Okay, so we gotta just get in here real quick, turn this off. Okay, there's a meanwhile. Of course, Fractal Mind Mike, of course, shout out. You're an awesome streamer. This guy again with his tiny little eyeball. Okay, so I need to flip that, take this, do this, get this. Okay. Great. Get out. What? Okay, wait. I know I have enough time because I've done this. I've practiced it and I did have enough time. Maybe I just don't get the screwdriver again. Oh my gosh. The timing is so tight. I wonder when and how the timing starts with this, actually. Okay. Out. Get out. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. Okay. So we have to... and then pull these out. Oh my gosh. Okay. We did it. Yay, we saved Karyn. I love how the light is affecting her face there. That's so good. So good. Can't get over it. So now all that remains... oh, so epic. Yeah. Now we all know what happens next. The dithering on this is just first class. Ugh. That's like the best screen. It's the best screen. Yes, I'm gonna save the game. Okay, so... Okay. Saved Karyn. One more thing. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. So, like, I forgot how to do this. Okay. Okay, there's this. There's this. Oh no, I have to do both. Oh no. Okay. Okay, so this. Oh crap, I forgot. I completely forgot how to do this. Okay. See this guy, still getting shot in the face. Okay. So here, this is where our training with the valve comes in. It's still hard for me to get it because I'm not good at action. See, if I can just shoot this valve, I'm probably too close to it. Then the fire stop, there we go. So that's the valve trick, which you guys shared so generously with me. Yes. I can't believe I forgot I had to do both of these. Oh no, this is the second arcade sequence. I forgot. So you notice I have to like jump really high to get on this, like way higher than you think I'd have to. And the thing with this jumping, the trick with this jumping is the first time he jumps, it's very low. His second and third jumps get progressively higher until you can, you're basically bouncing off the top of the screen. So you have to go 1, 2, 3, get that height, and then you kind of could jump across. And he does this amazing catch with his gun, which doesn't make any sense, but that's not what we're looking for here. This is incredible. Yes. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Yeah, I'm so bad at action games. It's not fun. It's not. Oh no. Okay, good. There's still someone back there hitting me in the face. I almost turned on sticky keys again. Oh no. I'm not really that confident in my ability to finish this. I'm like at half health and we haven't even got to Lizard Man yet. One, 2, 3, all the way off the screen. So I wonder if you don't have the long gun, if you're completely it's just over for you. Oh no! Let me up there so I can hit you and stuff. Oh great, his head. Oh man. Yes. We all win. We all lost. Everyone can go home not happy with that. Okay. Yes, the anti-gravity boots go on someone. Need to warm those up. Okay, we're gonna try that again, obviously. I am a little bit rusty. Just a little bit rusty. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh my God. I'm so good at it now. I just needed that warm up. Rusty is good, Jim. That says Rusty's entertainment. Suffering. Double KO. ZZ's wonderful. Good to see you. Everyone loses their quarters. Oh my gosh. Tie. Okay, it's gonna be fine. Okay, because we're totally... Oh my gosh. This is the most tortured... Oh, there we go. See, already I've... He has to really jump high to get onto that platform. Oh, forgot you. Okay. It's fine. Jump down. Oh, nah! No! That wasn't, what I was trying to do. I was trying to jump down. Obviously. Yeah, maybe I won't be playing anything new today. Oh great, just come on. Okay. There's nothing more sweet than the sound of that hitting their face. Boom. That kind of electric sound that happens. Oh. I forgot about that guy. Oh no. It's going bad. No, down. Oh no, what? Jeez. Okay, Rusty, very entertaining. Okay. That's a bit of a small consolation. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I got this big gun though. Yeah, I don't know how you would make the jump if you didn't have this gun. Okay, can I just jump down here? Oops. Jump down here? Yes. Okay. Oh my, what? No, I'm sorry if I yell. I don't mean to. It's just... You know, it's funny, I get to the dragon guy no problem, like the first time, and now I can't even get to the jumpy jump parts. Oh, there's still a guy back there, I forgot about him. Oh yeah, I'm probably too close. Gosh. The gun weighs you down, so without it you jump further. No way. Beta human. Is that true? But I don't need to jump further because I can do the Prince of Persia move. I don't need to jump further. I'm just glad this isn't really timed. Like, there's so much about this game that seems to be timed. This isn't timed, so I'm just grateful. Ah! Ah. Wow. It's just a step down. I don't even think that ever gave me any trouble, like the first time around that I ever played this, and now I just can't. I can't. No. Get up there. Get up there. This, I don't know why I can't get this part anymore. I used to do this without even thinking. Okay, here we go. It's gonna be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. No, I said go. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. Shoot me! You shouldn't be able to shoot me! Oh my god! No! Oh my god. Get up there. I wonder if you can even use that, like, bomb thing. No, you can hit me, but I can't hit. Oh man. I'm about the same like health as last time. I actually even forgot I like the belly of the dragon is like immune to lasers, but I won't forget this time. Oh, Lucky Llama! Thank you so much for the raid. Fantastic. Welcome, welcome. I'm just replaying the end of Rise of the Dragon, EGA version. Raid, yay, raid! Hi, Bray Hazard, great to see you. Yes, Llama raid. We're just playing. We saved Karyn, and now we have to make it through this, and we're so close to the end. I can taste it. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. So good to see you. And actually, because of the raid, now Rat Clown Card, good to see you as well. Thank you, thank you. Today was my I got to 1,000 Twitch followers tonight on stream, so I was been sharing pretty princess photos. But I'm gonna try to finish off Rise of the Dragon, and then if any raiders are still around, have stuck around by then, I will show my. I promised this like many months to years ago that when I got to 1,000 Twitch followers, I was gonna share pictures of me as a kid dressed as a princess. So we're gonna do that after I finish this. To thank you guys for raiding. If I can get to the end of oh my gosh, okay, so I am at the end. Okay. Now there's no technique, there's no finesse here for me. We just shoot it out. We just shoot it out. This is the end of Rise of the Dragon. We're just gonna just do this because this seems to work. Oh yeah. Yes. Is that it? Yes, he turns into a giant man. Did I just fall? What happened? Oh, okay, that's supposed to happen. Alright. Blade! See, we saved Karyn, yay! Aww. So good. So good, this art. Cobra Commander. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Just look at this, look at this. Look how beautiful. I can't even get over it. I'm so glad I got to play this in EGA. Thank you so much. I don't think he's here tonight, but Brandon, thank you so much for furnishing me with this. I did buy Rise of the Dragon on GOG. They only have the VGA version available. And that's the problem I have is a lot of games they don't make the EGA version commercially available. So I do buy them in whatever version that is commercially available, and if I can find the EGA version, that's what I do. This is one of those cases. The same as Indiana Jones and the Lost Crusade. And I love EGA, it's my thing, so if I can play through an entire game and enjoy it, I put this up on YouTube. If anyone wants to see what EGA Rise of the Dragon looks like, we have it. This is the record of it. So, and I didn't find anyone else playing this on YouTube either in this version, so I'm glad I can add it in for anyone who wants to see it. And we played, oh look! Bask in the warm glow of Karyn's affection. And all these like floodlights. This is beautiful. For now. Worth it. My girl Karyn is worth it. She's worth the arcade sequence. It only minimally troubled me. Yes, the good ending. Tastes like victory. Yes. Oh, cool. Yeah, Lucky Llama. Oh my gosh. Very, very much good luck with whatever you have to deal with. Yes, hope you can sort it and everything's gonna be all good. Oh wow. Lucky Llama played Eternum, Bloodnet, and Sanitarium. Last week she played some Neverhood, Space Quest, and Carandia. Ooh, my kind of streamer. So let's see. Let's give a shout out. Shout out to. Gotta spell this right. Lucky. I feel like this music is even more triumphant than what I had last time. So shouting out Lucky Llama. I think I spelled that right. Thank you again so much for the raid. Please give Lucky Llama a follow if you love adventure games. Retro adventure games. Yes, what a game, Kima BG. This game, I remember playing this EGA version before, like way back when back in the day, and I'm so glad I got to finish it in this version as well. So, that's that. But this music, yeah, I feel like this is I feel like it's different music. Okay. So from there, we were gonna do the quick. Pretty princess photos. Well, not pretty princess photos, just princess photos. I was like, I guess. Oh. Cute princess, maybe. This is me around 6 years old. Oh, 1,000 cranes. Thank you so much for the follow. They Kevin Case 82, thank you as well for the follow. Rat Clown Car, thank you for the follow. Yeah, so when the music is on like this, I guess I'm not getting the audio notifications. Adorable princess photos, fair enough. Yeah, so this is me around 6 years old, dressed as a princess, my version of princess, and I think I made yeah, pretty clear. I made the crown. My mom made the earrings, the little plastic hooks that you know how you buy socks, that kind of plastic hook. And she put yarn around them so I could put them around my ears. I made the necklace, and the rest of this is courtesy of, I guess, whatever my mom dressed me in that day. Although I think I remember not really being that crazy about those particular blue overalls. But I was a good kid, so I didn't like complain about whatever was picked out for me. And yeah, here's my cloak, my beautiful cloak, and here's that pattern that I will be using in my game because I haven't changed a bit. Yeah, Disaster Squad, I don't know where this blanket is now. The same smile, Kevin Case 82. It's a medieval color. This color, or the overalls. It's a pretty EGA looking outfit actually. And the other thing is, yeah. So here's a close up of the necklace, and this necklace that I want now, which is the grown up version of it, which is beautiful, vibrantly colored tourmaline. Tourmaline is kind of like fluorite in that it comes in so many colors, but tourmaline is much harder than fluorite, so it's much more suited to jewelry. Oh, the overalls, very medieval color. They're a pretty color, but I don't think I really appreciated them at the time. But I was happy to be a pretty princess. And I did mention before that my mom's house, nothing has changed. That we have the same wallpaper, the same pictures on the walls, the same couch. Nothing has changed. Couch is still in great shape. But yes, that's my 1,000 Twitter follower. That was my promise. I haven't made any other promises about any other Twitch goals really. I don't know if I will. I didn't even really think about making that promise, but I remember making it, and I like to keep up my end of things when I promise stuff. So that's that. Thank you so much. Actually, I feel like tonight it's a bit too late to start something, any new playthroughs, but I will show you what I will be playing because you can play it yourself if you want, and you can weigh in and help me with hints if I get stuck. Oh, actually, I think there's actually a walkthrough posted on the same page that this thing is accessible on. But I'll show you what we'll be playing next week. Well, not next week. Next week might be a Dan stream, depending if he's available. If you've not been to a Dan stream, it's a Dan Policard is doing the music for the Crimson Diamond, and when he's on with me, he composes a track for the game from beginning to end, pretty much, and we take feedback from people in chat, and it's like a really fun night to just come up with a piece of music, and you get to see how he does that with his Roland MT32, an actual Roland MT32. So if Dan can make it, we're doing that. If Dan can't make it, we're going to do more art, and we're going to start this next Let's Play, and I'll show you what that's going to be. So in case you want to play it ahead of time, and give your feedback on what you think of it, you can definitely do that. Here's what we're going to be playing next time we get to a Let's Play. So Rise of the Dragon is completely over now. I think I've played it to my satisfaction. I'm so glad I got to do that. This is what we're playing next. The Sorcerer's Appraisal, which is by Yahtzee Croshaw. And the finished version of it, I don't think he started this in 2002, but it was finished in 2002. And it looks like an AGI engine style text parser game. And I wish I had the link. Hold on, let me just grab it really quick. Because I can drop the link in chat. For anyone else who wants to play, it's free to play. There is a walkthrough on the same page, so try not to read that. But yeah, let me just quickly send this link out. Yahtzee also has made another text parser game. It was part of his Chizo Mythos series. It was Trilby's Notes, which I really loved playing. But this one I have not played, and this one is EGA. So that's what I'm going to try playing. I put the link into chat if anyone else wants to play it. It doesn't seem like it's going to be very long. So I have this, but I have something else lined up that I'm super excited to play. I won't tell you. So far, when I've been streaming Let's Plays, I've been playing EGA adventure games. And so my first game was Personal Nightmare. My second game was Last Half of Darkness. My third game was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade EGA version. The fourth game was this, wasn't it? Rise of the Dragon. I actually don't know. I think I've lost track. Something like that. But I've been trying to really stick with EGA versions of games. I've been trying to play games from studios, like a diverse selection of studios, because I like seeing how the art is, how the user interfaces are different, how the gameplay works, all that stuff. And it's been really educational and a lot of fun for me to see these things. So definitely shout out Yahtzee on Twitter when you post a VOD. I will try to remember to do that. But yeah, it seems like, honestly, like that's a good logical end to the night. I usually finish streaming at around 11:30. All that remains for the night is to find someone to raid. So I'm taking suggestions. Speedy Adventures, actually. Let me get to that. Oh wait, wrong thing. Speedy Adventures is currently their short challenge for the month of September is the Crimson Diamond demo. So I feel like the first thing I should do is look for people who might be playing speedrunning or playing at all Crimson Diamond demo. So let's do that. It's usually the first thing I look for. Oh cool, Bill Kuhn. So Bill Kuhn said Dave Gilbert was on a podcast recently. We talked about how the reality on the Norm community since circa 2005 was his entry into making adventure games himself. That's awesome. Yeah, it's really cool because, yeah, Reality on the Norm games, I think they kind of all drew from the same assets, maybe? Okay, no one is doing the demo. Is anyone doing chapter 1? No one's doing chapter 1, okay. Yes, Giselle, thank you. It's so wonderful to see you. I know that the time differences and everything can make it tough, but thank you. I hope you're feeling better, and I'll see you sometime, I'm sure. But really good to see you. Okay. Yes, thank you so much, Tiber. Yes, thank you. Yeah, 1,000 followers, super happy with. Good to see you. Thanks, Lucky Llama, for the raid. Yeah, we're gonna figure out who we're gonna be raiding ourselves. Okay, Robot Spacer is playing his same 1-bit Mac adventure. Okay, someone's playing Phantasmagoria, Danny Rifa, or Day of the Tentacle by McQueeb. Day of the Tentacle. Let me take a look. I should take a look at who else is on and playing stuff. Let's see. Anyone else doing anything? I do believe that, let's see, I'm gonna look up McQueeb and see about that. Because Day of the Tentacle is one of my favorites. I think it has some of the best puzzles in adventure games. Ooh, Day of the Tentacle Remastered. That sounds pretty promising. The best thing about the remastered version of Day of the Tentacle is you can play in the original glorious pixel art version. So I'm really, really glad of that. Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna raid McQueeb. Oh yeah, so he's playing the remastered version. Yeah, so the remastered version has all like, it's really like smoothed out, like they've smoothed out the art. But you can play the pixel version. You can actually toggle between them, I believe, because I do have this version. So for me, of course, I play the pixel version. I play with like the regular interface and all that. But sure, let's raid this though, because it's an awesome game regardless. Goemon Summer, great to see you. Great to see everyone, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here every week, everyone who's here to chat, to lurk, anything you want. It's trying new things can be kind of scary, but you guys have made it like one of the best new things that I've tried in a long time, and I feel really lucky. So thank you. Yeah, let's raid. Let's have a raid message for McQueeb, which I sometimes forget to do. So let's see. Raid message is Crimson, Diamond, Raiders, love, purple tentacles. Which, they get it in this context. It's fun. Yes, they Kevin Case 82. It can be fun to try new things as well. But the type of person I am, I'm usually like totally like scared and intimidated by trying new things. But they can very often turn out really well. And so, if anyone has any fun Crimson Diamond emojis you might have to drop into that raid message. Crimson Diamond Raiders love purple tentacles. Let's get that raid on. Like here, as a for instance, I've never raided McQueeb before. I'm a little scared about raiding McQueeb because I don't really know him. I'm not really familiar with him as a streamer or with them as a streamer. But we're gonna see, because sometimes it's a wonderful connection where they're interested in playing my game, or sometimes they're too busy because he has a lot of people that are viewing right now, 66. So big streamer plays indie. Racklon Car, thank you for being here as well. So it's, for me, raiding is like the hardest part of the night because I'm like, oh, who do I pick and where do I go and all that. But yeah, so I'm a little bit nervous about raiding McQueeb because I've never raided McQueeb. I'm not familiar with McQueeb. But let's raid McQueeb. Let's give it a shot. And McQueeb is playing an adventure game and one of my favorites, so that makes it easier. Great. Okay. Turning off my music in preparation for this. But yes, Day of the Tentacle Remastered. And at most other places you can often play like the regular version. The regular version. But thank you guys. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Have a great rest of your week. See you next week. We will do something. There will be something. Yes, the fish. Alright. Goodbye all. You guys make this wonderful, something I look forward to. Good times. So, let's see. Oh, we're counting down. Okay. See you over there. Okay. Bye for now.